from Mirkwood. Again, this is a Misdirected Mark podcast, and it's made entirely possible by these fine people. I'm trying to do my Brady Bunch motioning of people to Leonard, to Mike, to George, to Adam. Thank you guys for being for sponsoring the Threats from Gallifrey and Threats Detected podcasts, and in doing so, making this series of exciting adventures possible. Thank you guys.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
No problem.
So, last time you guys had a very tough fight on top of the Stair of Girion. The Stair of Girion is basically a portage area over the swamp, the long marshes leading to the long river, so that basically the elfin boats and other traveling boats can be brought onto there and carried over to the lake past the marshes. And on there you found the lady that you've been looking for, a nice little old lady named Legelvin Anklebiter, and she was guarded by quite a nasty group of hobgoblins and orcs that you guys managed to take out. And that's when she was grabbed by marsh dwellers and dragged below. Are you got anything that you guys want to add to that, or?
Did you guys see my naming of Baldic and the rhyme of lore of the marsh dwellers at all?
Yes, I did.
So I guess I can, if you want me, I can review over there.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
So,
I love hearing these.
So Ella Brimborn, when he kind of saw the marsh dwellers, he recalled the old Hobbit rhyme of lore about the marsh dwellers, and it goes something like this: "The marsh dwellers, Hobbit mothers say, are thought to be myths to keep children at bay. They take small children who wander astray to their swamp treasure caves by night and day. They are clumsy and slow with clammy flesh, and plump hobbit children are their favorite dish. Be it will-o-wisp or their eyes of fell light, wise children run home at first sight, for they shamble so slow they will never beat you. But if they do, with sharp claws will eat you."
It's like a horror story for kids, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like it.
Right, that's exactly, it was supposed to be something that mothers tell their children to keep them at home and not wander out into the woods or whatever kind of thing. So, like, no one really thinks that they exist, but yet, here they are. So, the other thing is, Baldic was trying to, as a Bjorning, was trying to get a name. So, I just thought of something just to refresh, put that kind of in our poetry or whatever of the battle that we fought against the hobgoblins, and I was trying to make it kind of really choppy, the whole thing, but that goes like, "Elvish boat met dwarven stair, now in shadow orcish lair, so battle did begin upon construct of dwarven kin. Thor's mattock rang like thunder, hobgoblin shield torn asunder, Ella Brimborn with brow bent, bladed trio Elven sent. Feathered bird finds its mate, flying through cribiform plate. Cresbith falls as a rock, now it peaks upon the dock. Goblin spear all were beat by the dance of woolly feet. Togas bladed, painted red. Now forest goblin now is dead. Top of skull freed from head. Now upon our wooden stage, from a hovel violent rage, sacred timber of the earth, gave forth the violent birth. No time for idle contemplation, origin of Morgoth, abomination. Scent of a buck, husk of a boar, simian chest belches forth a roar, veined eyes about to burst, mortal blood quenches its thirst, freakish limbs cast a bled. Othok, the great orc captain, slayer of 100 raftsmen, Baldic spied his orcish quarry, thirsty axe and seeking glory. Thus began furious charge, leaping off elven bards. Baldic in his open stance, naked steel began its dance, striking blows of fable told, ever valiant, always bold, with orcish wound upon his chest, spilling lifeblood from his breast. Weary on the dwarven stair, renews with power of the bear, fatal blows with every stroke, Melchior's child bent and broke. Fatal insult never said, Ockbach's body relieved of head.
Nice.
Yeah, it is. I think that there's some background noise coming
Yeah,
through
Adam,
from you.
be careful on your microphone.
Now and then.
Cool.
It's really annoying because it disturbs the rhyme that just was said. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so in there, as you guys have seen, and Lake Elvin was dragged under. And wait, there's more. Everybody, there is a crunch of wood, creak of wood, and a shadowy figure arrives from the far side of the stair of Girion, heading towards you.
Okay.
What do you do?
The wood, where the wood cracks through another hovel or something like that.
From over here is your raft at the top, and at the bottom, the stair goes on for miles through the marshes.
All right.
So basically, somebody is approaching from on the stair, leading from Lake Town.
I guess I try to perceive who that person may be, like what race, or if I can tell.
Describe what you look like. What do they see, Leonard?
well, basically, I don't know if you guys have checked the character on Obsidian Portal, but a bit like King Bard, but except not the mustache. Lean, tidy man, dressed in. He has like black, hardened clothes. Looks quite expensive, and still practical. Also, he has a sword on his side, a big shield, a great shield, and all what comes with that. But you can see it's a barding. I think it's either a person from Lake Town or from Dale. You can see it on his manner and when he comes closer, but also on his. Since they are prosperous, they're not martial or frugal or anything like that.
I'll step forward and shout, "Hold there! Who approaches?"
I also seem to be a bit in a hurry as I approach, because it's not a, how should I put this? It's not a steady scroll, it's kind of fast and long steps. My name is Aegir Dreamwalker, and Thor knows me from before. I didn't sort it out with Thor before the session, I just proposed it, but probably a relative of yours took care of me after the Battle of the Five Armies.
Very
Something
good.
like that, if that works for you.
Aegir, is that you?
Yes, it's me.
Ah,
Are you guys okay?
yes, we just had a great battle, and
All right.
we've lost someone we've been trying to find.
Yeah, I'm looking for someone too.
Who are you looking for?
Well, it's this old lady I met at Galvirus a couple of years ago. She seemed to be in some kind of danger.
Do you mean Legoleven, the ankle biter?
Yeah, was that her name?
Ah, it is. She's the one we just lost.
Who are your friends?
Ah, over here you can find Ella Brimborn from Mirkwood. And
Oh,
Hello, sir. Well met.
oh, well met.
we
Oh.
have we're missing a couple of our friends. They must have gone off somewhere. And we have Togo Maggot,
Hello.
our halfling friend. We are now the band of the whiskey drinking bear.
I haven't met a halfling before. Wow, you're really small. But I raise my arm to you guys or whatever you do to say hello. But I suspect that there's a weird hello to the elf since they don't shake hands. So
I let everyone know that he's safe. He can join the group here.
right. Where is she? Do you know where she is?
I believe she was taken underwater by the marsh dwellers. I think we must go to retreat.
I saw that last. Yeah. Well, you know me, Thor, and I have some strange visions sometimes that comes to me, and I just felt the urge to leave Lake Town immediately the other day.
So you came from Lake Town. We believe that she was headed towards Lake Town.
Yeah, there's nothing been coming my way though. I mean, apart from the odd trades boat and stuff like that. But so
our fear
should we
is
just?
that she was maybe being sent to Lake Town to assassinate somebody as an agent of the shadow. Is that correct? That was our thinking, that she's bewitched somehow.
Yeah, it seemed that
under some kind of curse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Garrett.
Yeah, she believed that she was being sent to assassinate a judge in Lake Town.
Hopefully not Judge Judy.
It's odd that the marsh dwellers would take her, though. It makes no sense to me.
Unless they're creatures of the shadow that are being forced or bent to the will by some greater creature, just like the spider. The spider that we met was concerned, did not understand why her children were being bent to their way. I think this shadow is very strong. Possibly it has a control over these creatures, or they were just doing what the rhyme of lore kind of suggests, is taking her to their underwater caves to eat her.
It's hard to guess whoever's doing this, but it's some creature of the shadow, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It must be.
I'm just pondering what we should do. Are any of you guys trackers? Because us Bardings, we don't really hunt that much.
I'm good at searching. I was wondering if I could search the area where she was taken under to see if there's any other clues.
All right, let's do that first then.
Sure. Roll your hunting.
I'm not going to roll, but I look like I'm looking, so to speak.
Can I roll my searching?
I mean, I don't even know
yeah,
what
sure.
to
If you're
look
trying
for.
to search for her and find clues, I'll give you that.
Yeah. One Gandalf and 444. So
That's an automatic success. Yes.
Okay, so 24, no sixes.
Gandalf is your friend. You find a lone piece of what looks like a piece of mold at first, but you realize it's like a broken piece of a scone, and it's kind of just slowly sinking over this one spot.
Aha. They were after her cooking ability. They must.
Well, she is the mother of the
Those
virus
guys
troll,
were
you know?
famous.
So they just wanted food.
Well, it kind of is saying that this is where she went under.
Understood. Ah, does anyone want to try and maybe tie a rope off and see if they can dive down and see anything?
I'd be happy just to. Sure. I mean, quickly tie it to me, or I can dive in right now without a rope tied to me.
Okay. I don't know if we have rope.
Yeah, you got rope.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm in a coat of mail, so I won't be diving.
All right. So roll.
You can
Roll athletics, or
Definitely roll your athletics.
all right. So I got an 11. That would be the Eye of Sauron, correct?
You have the Eye of Sauron. Okay.
But do I add up my score otherwise, or that's a
You can
fail?
still add up the score. I'm still curious about like sixes and things.
But the 11 doesn't count, right? Or,
The 11 does not count. It counts as a 0.
okay, so I got 2 6s and a 2.
2 6s and a 2. All right.
All right,
That's
so
still
14.
that is still a great success. So feel free to mark that onto there. However, what you also find is a skeleton. You think you find her arm, and you pull out like a skeleton arm, horribly gnawed with a lot of pocked with teeth marks. Make a fear check. That's a valor roll.
You.
And I'm sorry I didn't recall what that is. I mean I have a 1 valor, so is that?
So you're going to
12-sided
roll
dice, or-
your feet die, your 12-sided plus 1 6-sided die.
Okay. I got a total of a 7, but I have one 6.
1 6. Okay. You cannot spend hope until until you are away from this place. You are frightened.
But I think I see the traces of jelly on the skeleton's forearm there.
It's not her arm, but it's a victim of the marsh dweller, and you kind of realizing if without haste this will be her fate.
Uh-oh. All right, so I guess I pop up to the surface and say, hey, I don't know much about these people, but it seems like the Hobbit legends are true. It seems like they do eat people. So there are skeletons of beings. I think we need to make haste and get down below to wherever their cave
All
is.
right.
Can I roll
All right.
like a lore to see if I know any or can recall anything about their dwellings or anything like that? Like whether there's air pockets or...
Yeah, and because you took the time to write that Rhyme of Valor thing to remind her, I'll let you roll the feet dice twice and take the higher one.
Okay.
Because you're giving yourself some good stuff to start with.
So my first roll is 18. And the second roll is a 23.
Whoa. Okay, they do have underwater dwellings. They're basically former temples and things that basically sank into the marshes over the years as the marshes expanded and are now kind of underwater, and they are filled with air pockets through which they dwell. And because they are chained down and they are kept under watch and stuff, but really they have to swim their way to the surface, which is a very big deterrent for people escaping. So who knows what treasure might be found under here, as well as the idea of what's down here. Most people do not come willingly down into this area, and as you know, they are considered by most to be a fairy tale. So a lot of people don't take it seriously or consider coming in treasure hunting down in this kind of thing.
Since we're going down again, I look at us, and then I grab my backpack, open up, and take out a rope. The best one to get down there should probably, take the rope with him so that we can follow in the same line, so that we not all has to dig or harder.
I feel a
So
lot
that
of
we also-
dread over this whole situation. I don't
Maybe
know.
there's
I
another
don't know
way
if I
in.
have the. I don't know if I have the strength to go down there.
But maybe we should search the area first. Can I roll Explorer to find any other way in?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll have a look around.
I'd like to look around as well. Can I use my search as well?
Explore for that. Search if you're looking for a clue or something specific.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Let's see. 17.
I did a 17 with 2 6s.
Wow,
No 6.
that's great.
Wow.
Okay, with the 17, you are moving a little bit around the marsh area, kind of paddling the boat around where you saw the scones pop up a little bit, and you saw something your boat kind of bumped into something a little bit, but you thought it was just like a shallow log, and you kind of like, hey, what's this? To which Baltic kind of brought it over and realized that that is a chimney that leads down into one of the underwater areas.
Oh, good.
Okay.
And we tell Oliver more
that.
that.
A hobbit would fit.
Oh, a hobbit would easily fit in there.
Yeah, I could fit through that.
How about a dwarf? A wide dwarf?
It would be a struggle, and it could have comedic side effects.
So maybe the skinny elf should go.
I'll
too.
definitely go down then. What's a little snuggly going down? Hobbit, you're with me.
Okay.
Just
So maybe
be
we could
careful.
tie up a
Don't land
rope.
on me.
Tie up a rope to some maybe tree or something on the surface, and then go down the chimney.
You can do that.
Something stable.
I'll tie the rope to the chimney around it, or
Oh yeah.
get a rope, and then we can use the rope going down.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
So, wee down you go into there.
Is that
Who's going first?
roll, or-
I'll go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Excellent. I like Valor. So go on. You just go on down into there. I turn off the lights on you, and you go climb. Make a athletics check for getting down there.
We should probably
Okay.
not wait around while he goes down alone, because it's dark in there. I wouldn't want to be alone down there.
Okay. 8. 16.
16. You scuttle down there, and you're fine. And you pop out. Let's see, move your character around. You are down here. You emerge in this area.
Okay.
And
A is greater than B. That is true.
there that map's at. There you go. You're down here. Do you see that off to the side?
Yeah.
Yep. So you emerge down in that little fireplace thing.
I don't want to wait too long for him to go down on his own, because I wouldn't want to be alone. So I'll go down as well after him.
Sure, make an athletics check.
Yep. Difficulty?
We'll call it 14.
Great success.
Great success. Excellent. You scuttle down, and you are there. Put your character up right there. And there is the Hobbit. Hobbit, are you just sitting around right there, Togo? Or
Yeah, I guess so. Or I may look around.
you want to move around and look? Sure.
Or like, is it dark?
It's very dark. You have anything to create a light?
Well, I could use my smoking skill to maybe light.
That is exactly how you're
torch.
supposed to use these things. Yes. So you move around a little bit forward, and it's really moldy down here and really grimy. And you see a giant pile of bones right over here.
I'm guessing that's their lunch table.
That is kind of their garbage disposal table. Make a fear check. That is your valor. So it's your 12-sided die plus a number of die, 6-siders equal to your valor.
I assume I see this
14.
as I come down as well.
He's seeing it because he kind of stepped out around the corner
Alright.
while you were going around.
I got a 14.
You got a 14. You managed to keep your lunch down and not scream out in terror, which is an important thing when you have snuck down into the enemy's lair.
Yeah.
So the barding comes down and finds the hobbit missing.
Okay.
The hobbit's gone. What do you do?
Well, where are you?
I quietly say, I'm over here.
What's that smell? Oh.
I think it's rotting flesh.
Oh. I take the rope and pull it so that the others understand that they can come down, basically, and then I go into the room.
Okay.
I'll head down.
You come on down.
And that would be 14.
Okay. You kind of bump your elbows a few times and slide and skin your knee a bit, but you get down there. Nowhere as graceful as you should have, but you made it.
Oh.
And the smell is indeed horrible.
I put my something from my robe like this, just to try and hide my nose from it, which obviously you cannot, but
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, you're playing Thorn up on it.
Okay, I'll secure the rope around me pretty well since my athletics is not very good.
Okay.
And I'll ask for everyone to clear out below me.
Don't worry.
I'm prepared to roll down the chimney. I'm thinking Santa Claus.
Alright.
Oh, Gandalf. Hey, I looked up.
Yeah!
Yeah, nice.
3, so just barely 14 or 15 then.
Luckily, the elf sweat has coated the sides of the chimney so well that you are able to just shoot down there with amazing speed.
Oh, yeah. Nothing to it. It's almost like a dungeon.
You know how to descend down through stone. That's not a problem.
Since there is probably enemies down here, Garrett,
Yeah.
I'm going to look for how many entrances there are to the room and then put myself at a post there while the others come down.
Sure.
And like
Alright.
Prince Legolas, I'm gonna basically pull a bow, like an arrow on my bow. Be prepared.
I'll have my mattock out. Does somebody want me to light a real torch? I can use my fire-making skills if necessary.
A torch would be really nice. It's kind of... I prefer that smell from the torch as well.
Yeah, I'll take out my short sword, have it ready.
Alright.
Yep.
So I'll take some rags and some bones and make a torch.
Yep, you make your torch. You have fire. That's not a problem.
All right. Does the Hobbit or the Bard want to carry the torch since I have a two-handed weapon?
I have a shield and a sword, so I prefer using the shield. But if I have to, I'll preferably carry a torch if needed. If I can't use, I mean, if I can't see what I'm fighting with a shield, I'll pull a torch up as well. Is that that's up to you, Garrett? To tell me what I.
You can sling the shield. That you have this. You can slide it over your arm thing and then over your back and carry a torch if you don't want to use the shield. So that's not a problem.
Yeah, what I'm asking is how dark it is.
It is pitch black.
If there would be a fight, would I be severely hindered?
You would be totally severely hindered on account the only light down here is from the Hobbit's little match.
All right. Well, I'll make a torch. I'll ask you to make a torch for me as well, Thor, and I'll carry it.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Why don't we have a couple torches? If we drop them, then it shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see some ghouls.
Uh-oh.
There are some sloshing sounds down here that are very, very disturbing.
Yeah, I'm just looking out in the dark at the post, so.
And there are guys moving around through this area. It's very... a lot of the area is collapsed in some areas, and some of it is in ruins. But you kind of get a sense that the guys that I'm marking on here are walking on a walkway that leads down into this water area. I don't even know if I've revealed enough of that, so I'll just reveal a lot more. There you go. This is water area that leads up to a walkway here to where these guys are kind of walking around. And there is...
Wait, Garrett.
Yes.
What are you sharing something with us now? Because I can't see.
Well, that's because you don't have the map. For those who do have the map, I'm sorry, I forgot some of you don't have the Roll20 thing on.
No problem. I'm just.
So you are from where you're at. There's the bones, and you can see that they're distantly across from this. In this room, there is kind of a balcony that with a stairway of stone that leads down, and at the foot of the stairs is where water is, and it looks like a couple of is sharing it on over there. So if you want to click on George's thing, you can actually see the window. You can see the map.
Oh, thank you. Oh, much better. Yep.
Good idea. So you can lead up. They're kind of moving on there, and it looks like they have some like mangly parts of animals that they've grabbed, and they're ready to just throw the gnawed-on bones onto the pile, which means they are coming toward you. You hear some screams from the distance. Not old woman screams, but it sounds like there are some sentient beings who are being eaten alive down here.
Oh.
Right. Is the virus mother somewhere down here?
I release an arrow into one of those foul creatures. Then
they do not see you there, so excellent.
Garrett.
Yes.
Can I make a battle roll, since I assume there's going to be a fight here?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good idea. Everybody can make a battle roll here, since you're kind of been poking around. I'm going to make it 16 because you can't see the full area, and it's because you're going by lower lighting conditions.
I got a 14.
A 14, no extra dice because of the difficulty, because it's still you're going by shadows and low light conditions. And you kind of keep trying to separate the horror of what you're hearing from what you're seeing and can work with. What's the rest of you guys get for battle? You can all roll.
One great success.
Great
What do
success.
you do for battle? Or is it just a roll?
It's a skill roll. Great success. Got two bonus dice that can be used during this battle.
It's on your common skills
Oh.
in the middle row on the bottom. Battle.
Yeah.
Above weapon skill.
Okay. There we go.
I rolled a big 5.
Big 5. Yeah, you're still grossed out by the smell.
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
I'm disgusted by the screams and the thought of human flesh being eaten.
Okay. I rolled a 12.
12, not quite, but you're starting to get your wits about you in this very not unpleasant place.
Another reminder, maybe, Garrett. I noticed that the Hobbit made a Valor robe earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't. Should we also do that?
Not really, on account that it's he stumbled onto it, where he
Oh.
can kind of make you guys more aware of it. So I'm not gonna make everybody make a roll for this situation.
Yeah, I'm just wanting to be fair. It's
Yeah. No, he kind of wandered off ahead and stumbled into the dark and saw all this by a match.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why had him do that.
Right. So, is there any good defensive position we can take, or choose to fight somewhere in the room where that would make it easier for us?
There is a bunch of kind of a collapsed wall area that is lower than you guys that you can use to get height for your advantage or for cover, and that's the things that you can use your dice on or just to move around with. You can dive into the water and try to ambush them. Not thinking that you would do that. There is the whole chimney aspect, which can be used as a surprise thing too.
All right. I'm gonna surprise him with an arrow in him.
That will be a surprise.
Well, that's the direct approach, obviously.
So I think
If the rhyme of lore is the rhyme of lore is correct, they move very slow, so I could probably get a couple arrows in them before they get there. I'd rather not wait for them to get close to me.
Well, what I would like to do is to go forward to that wall to take defensive position there. If somebody would like to join me, that would be nice.
Yeah, I'll step up beside you.
All
I'll
right.
do that too.
And
Well,
maybe Brimborn can fight in rearward then. So
Yes, or I'll fire from if I can get a clear opening across the pile of bones at him. I'll do that.
Garrett, we didn't rest any before we started down here, did we?
No, you were investigating and then you went straight down.
Okay. So I think I'm still weary from the last battle.
Unless after the battle, immediately you got your amount of a point of endurance equal to your heart back.
Oh, okay.
So make sure you have that calculated in.
Okay, then I'm okay for the moment. Until I take a big hit.
And here's kind of what it sounds like down there. Enjoy. Here's your vacation.
yeah. So basically, my character rushes forward to that round thing there beside the wall somewhere. If you guys know what I mean.
You rush up to here.
Yeah, somewhere around that area. Yeah.
I'll go up next to him.
And you run up next to it, sir. Where are you? Daldic runs up to there. Okay. Thor runs up to there. Celebrimbor is staying back. Togo, where are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be in what's the one before rear? It's defensive, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fight defensively behind them and wait for them to kind of come to you?
Yeah.
Yep. They do not know you're there. You can have an opening volley attack on them. So, Brimborn, you can make basically a free ranged attack since they don't know you're there and aren't in combat range.
Togo, do you have a short bow?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh wait. Yeah, I do. Huh. Okay. So...
All right, that would be 23 with 2 6s.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa.
All right.
Amazing skill.
That is a great way to begin. There's no doubt of that. So that is damage on your bow plus twice the damage rating that's on your sheet.
Okay.
So, like, I have a 5, so that'd be 5 plus 10.
Yes.
Is that okay? 15.
I got a 16 with a 6-sided, whatever. 6 on the 6-sided. So.
6 on the 6-sider? Okay, so let's start. Let me first register with that.
And I have injury down as a 14 for my bow with 15 damage.
Why am I trying to throw a troll at you already? That's weird. Okay, let's not do that. So that's a 23. That's no problem. You got 16 points of damage. He has 10 points of endurance. So flop, and down that guy tumbles down the stairs. You've taken him out, no problem. What was yours, Adam, with your Togo?
I got a 16.
What did you have on the 12-sided die?
Just a 10.
Just 10. Okay. So, and that's that's
oh
not.
wait,
Isn't
that the edge?
Right. I was looking for the edge number for you.
Yeah. I have an edge of 10.
And is that with your bow?
Yep.
So you do make edge. Excellent. And what's the damage that you would do with your bow?
5.
And your your damage that's listed on your sheet?
Well, it says 5 on my sheet, but do you want the injury or damage?
No, first I'm trying to figure out if they're even survive this much. So on your sheet there's damage. It should be a little box to the right that says damage, and that should be equal to your body.
Oh.
Diamond over to the right.
And there should be a thing that says how much your bow does as far as damage. When you wrote the...
Well, it says just says 5. That's all I can see.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. What's your body rating?
What's your body?
Togo?
the body, mine is 3.
Yeah. So if you hit, you do a basic damage of 5 from the bow.
5, and
Yeah.
then you got a
your
6.
body
So
for every-
you got a 6, so that's an 8. So you did make edge on that. So their armor is 3D. Ooh, 3D. Which is a lot. Pretty tough guys. Let's see what happens if they can make edge. 3, 6 plus 5 is 11, and so what is protection on your weapon?
Protection. I don't.
I'm sorry, injury.
Oh, the injury is 14.
Injury is 13. Guess what? They didn't make injury. You put a bullet through a bullet. I'm still playing Deadlands Noir. You managed to hit him right through the throat, and down he falls.
All right.
Good job. That's how you make edge. That was for there. Anybody else doing a ranged attack?
No.
For opening? Okay. So now you are definitely in are the attackers, and you are into the first round. So, dun dun dun. What are your stances?
I'm going to use defensive stance and just try and hold the lines and see what's needed for the group. I'm counting on a Brimborn to pick them down one by one, and just keep good, strong defenses.
Same here. I'm going defensive since I'm close to being weary.
Good call.
And I'll take the ranged attack from the back.
Rearward.
Or do you use a heavy armor like 4D or something?
I
For
do.
me,
Do you
I
use
just have
some
3D armor.
3D? Okay, yeah. Then you got pretty good protection anyway.
Protection, you're going there, and you're going all defensive. So, I guess defensive actions are first. Who's got the higher wits? Togo or
Mine
Thor?
is 7.
7? Thor?
I have 5.
And the Barding? What is your wits?
Just 4. That's the top I can have.
Right, that's good. So I guess 7 is first. You want to wade into combat against him?
I might just fire another arrow at him.
Very good.
Well, that means you're fighting rearward, so you're not fighting defensive.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta kind of hang on just a second on that. Alright, so that 7. So Thror, you're next.
All right, then I'm gonna wait for them to come to. Well, I guess I don't have to.
There's only one guy left.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and step up to him then and hit him.
Okay. You can like swing yourself over the edge of the sloping stone, like serving as like a ramp, and get yourself right up to the guy.
Okay.
You know how to move with stone.
All right, 7, 13, 3, 16, 17.
17. That is.
Favorite mag.
What did you get on your? Did you make edge?
I did not make edge.
Okay, 17. Cool. That's gonna hit. So this is parry 4 plus 12, 16. All right. So what's the damage on your weapon?
Injury is 18.
What is the damage?
Oh, I'm sorry. Damage is 8.
8. So that guy is down to like 2 points left as you slash at him, and he bounces off the wall, and you think he's gonna fall over, and he's just like, ah, right at you.
Eat my mag.
And
I'm going to ask a stupid question. How do you calculate edge?
how do you calculate edge? Edge should be written by your weapon.
Oh, I have 10, but how can you determine if you made edge?
If you roll a 10 or a better on your 12-sided dice, you've made edge.
Okay, gotcha.
Not a dumb question at all. Took me forever to figure it out. And the Bardic, what are you doing? Who are you? Are you going to swing over and attack, or?
Yeah, I'm stepping up beside Thor and taking on my opponents, basically.
Okay.
And trying to cover them from running through our lines. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Try. It doesn't mean I succeed, obviously.
Right.
But I'm being protected as well, so it's 12 plus their parry. What is their parry?
Their parry is 4.
Gandalf.
All right.
Yeah. Any 6s?
No 6s.
Fate is not smiling on the marsh dwellers today.
There's an edge on them, so...
That is an edge?
Yeah, injury is 16, I guess, on sword, right?
Yes.
Mm.
So 16, I rolled a 10, 12, 14, 15, did not make it, and he had 2 points left, so that's a decapitation.
All right.
And you hear more slap, slap, slap sounds as more are coming around to see what's going on.
All right.
And they are not happy to find Dwarf and the Barding there, and are prepared to fight. Reveal areas. And those guys that have the skulls are definitely gone. So they have moved in to attack the one attack against the dwarf, one attack the Barding. They are. Oh yeah, before they get to do that, the ranged attack. Elebrimborn, don't want to deprive you of glory with your bow and arrow.
I was also gonna fire an arrow, so.
Okay. So who has the higher wits, Elebrimborn or Togo?
I got a
7.
5.
Okay, mine's higher.
Celebrimber.
I think he's Elebrimborn. He's changed his name too.
Okay, so I rolled a 7 and a 6 with the 6-sided 6.
Nice. A 13, and they're coming in. So T and parry of that, and check Mr. Supercharge here. That's a 6 plus 4 is 10. They're running open, so yes, you hit, and that's going to be 7 points of damage to that guy. So, and he is down to 3 points as he runs in. Ah! And I'm just going to pile these guys on top of each other so I don't have to worry about which ones are dead or not.
Is there any sign of Gimara's mother somewhere around here?
Not from in this room.
Okay.
But excellent question to know, yes. You are kind of in the bone depository area.
Elabrimborn rolled a 14.
14. And you need it. I made this chart too small. A 12 plus...
They probably have more than 2 parry, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
They have a 16, so a 4 parry. So the bow, the arrow goes flop and hits the side of the wall.
Well, we won't sing about that shot.
And I think you were just a little distracted by Togo's victory dance.
Right.
He thinks he's at the Green Dragon again. It just happens. So this guy is going to attack the Barding and goes in with his claws to attack. That's a... Claws are a 1. That's 12 against your parry plus defensive, which isn't going to hit because you're defensive, fighting defensive. So he tries to claw you and scratch you, Barding, and you're like, don't think so, as you're able to shove him out of the way. The other one comes after the... Either one comes after the... why do I have 2 Bardings here? That's weird. Goes after the dwarf. And he will, the other guy didn't like missing. Ooh, how do I use this? I will the monster cannot attempt any action different from an attack. Okay, he will spend a point of hate on you as he goes grah, which is, so you cannot do anything other than attack, Mr. Thor. No rallying, no nothing. You can only fight this guy because as he basically burps, he emits a huge foul smell that just is like completely blows your mind.
Great.
Foul reek.
Ew. Ouch. Ew.
So, do you want to change stances now that we have reached the end of this round?
No, I'm remaining the same.
How many are there?
There seem to be 2 in here at this point.
I'm gonna go forward.
You go to forward. Okay. Everybody else staying defensive rearward in your own ways?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Leonard, you are first.
Right, I'll just try and chop the head off the first one, closest to me, obviously.
Okay. Not the one that has bad breath. All right.
Yeah, I could probably take that one on if that's okay.
Whichever you
do
wish.
I need to make an athletics check for that, or?
No, he's right there.
All right. Well, I don't want that smell anyway. I mean, he'll just smell worse, but you know, I just hate him more. So.
Mm-hmm.
His parry is 4, right? What the hell? Another candle.
All right.
Wow.
Good job.
Another edge, obviously. No 6s.
Yeah, that is a definite. And no sixes, so. And no edge. Oh, yeah, that's an edge. Definitely, you got an edge.
It's an edge. Gandalf is always an edge. So.
Okay, so that's with the 16. Make a save.
I should probably, with the rate that this is going, I should probably make my weapon fell. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something like that, or increase the injury.
Or name it.
Yeah. Well, I've had sessions. One session, rolling 8 Eye of Sauron. One
Wow.
session.
Really.
So it's anything can happen.
Oh, yes. So you drive the sword right through the guy's guts, and it looks like he had just eaten somebody's hand, and that hand gets, like, knocked out of the hole in the back of the guy's back of the guy, and falls on the floor.
To free the sword of him, you know, so I kick him back like he flies away.
Yeah. Excellent move. Defensive people.
Alright, that would be me. And I got a 10, success, 16, 18, 19.
19, that's better than their 16, so yeah. What's the damage? Any sixes? Just 10 points of damage? That's good.
Yeah, I did 1 6, and I hit my edge.
Nice.
Cool, but you didn't even need to worry really about that, because they only have 10 points of endurance, so you killed the guy.
Wow.
Awesome. Alright.
What were you using for a weapon?
My favored Matic.
Oh, there you go. So he drops, and you hear more squash sounds coming from the distance.
I kind of expected that.
You can wait here for them, or you guys can head on out somewhere.
We wanted to go where the screaming was
Yeah.
for the...
Yeah, probably. That's a good idea.
The scream is coming basically from off the map to the left, from where you can see.
Yeah, let's go there and
Let's
so
go
we
there.
can stop eating someone from eating and possibly save somebody.
Yeah. I'll just turn around to see that everyone is like close together, so that nobody gets, it's dark. So we need to keep track of each other. But I'm moving forward and just waving, hurry up, so to speak.
Just being an elf, I'll just walk over those bones like I'm a cat, like nothing was there to hinder me, like it was a drift of snow.
Okay.
But I will.
Yeah, so we're covering some area, getting into the facility.
You are? Yeah. Who's taking point?
Well, me and Thor probably.
You and Thor? So are you going to go down around at the bottom of the map or through the top of the map to get up through there?
Where was the scream from? Obviously.
More toward the center of the left-hand side of the map.
Well, that's probably where we're heading then.
Okay, so you are heading, I guess you'll head on down through, can easily head down
If you
through
guys
here.
got any other suggestions or anything like else, just say. I'm.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm moving up behind you guys.
Okay.
All right.
You see a hallway leading around, and you see basically a marsh dweller being kicked back against the wall by a old booted lake. You think you found like an lake biter here.
Ah, excellent.
Yay!
So you guys are all following at close distance to that, or are you guys trying to sneak around
I'm
different
going
ways?
Straight up there to the marsh dweller and take out the marsh dweller.
Are you going to try to sneak up on him?
I don't have sneaking capabilities, so does someone else want to try and sneak before I blunder my way up?
I can try and try to put an arrow in it.
Why not?
I get a 8.
And 8, you put an arrow.
Well, that's my sneak.
Oh, you're 8 for your sneak? So you are sneaking around over there, and you step on a skull that bounces on down. The stones, boom, boom, boom. Doesn't let everybody in here, but the marsh dweller does turn to face you guys.
Sorry, guys.
Well, luckily we
didn't
got
see
it
that.
off of ankle biter.
I didn't see that skull. It must have been a hobbit skull. Can I still fire an arrow or no?
You can fire. You guys are too close for an opening volley,
Okay.
so you're kind of gotta declare your stances. Really,
Okay.
you're in pretty tight grounds. So,
Yeah.
I'll loose the arrow when I can see it.
Cap, Togo, are you fighting defensive?
Yeah, defensive.
And Thor
Still defensive.
and Leonard,
I'll be on open.
open. So you are first.
Yep. Is there just one marsh dweller there? Are the other ones on the north part of the area? Or are they like? just out of
There is
reach, or-
one there, but you're not sure. You can't really see. Your light torch doesn't go that much further beyond here.
There's something up there. Anyway,
There's more,
but
yeah.
I don't know quite.
There's more.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm open. And that's a 10, 18.
An 18,
No,
yeah.
Sorry. I rolled the wrong number of dice. I'll just re-roll.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Okay, and the arrow goes flop. So open, and it was an arrow. It was a sword swing. So you run up at the guy, and he's able to keep you back. That brings us to Togo. Togo.
Okay. I guess I'll walk up to him and try to hit him with my short sword.
All right.
Okay. 15 with a 6-sided 6.
15 is misses by 1. You can spend a point of hope if you wish to make it a success. But remember, hope is hard to come by.
Yeah, no.
That's a good call. And Thor.
I'll step up and take a swing.
Okay.
Oh, I missed 2.
Slippery guy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not a very good round, guys.
Yeah, you kind of lost your advantage on there, and he's kind of weaving and things and grabbing bricks and hitting it off your armor to make you a little distracted and off balance. And he's all very much like Smeagol too, in that he can like bounce off the walls a little bit and just screech and be really, really freaky. That brings us to Brimborn.
So I'll get into a position where I can fire on him.
Okay, you can fire on him.
And then shoot. And that would be a 16 with 1 6.
16, that is a... check, I think that is... 12 to 4... Yep, that hits with... so you can add your body to your damage.
Okay, so that'd be 10 damage.
10 damage, and that... describe how you take this guy out.
I will pierce it through its foul black heart, and like black blood squirts out around the shaft of the arrow as he crumbles down to his knees and slumps over.
And as he slumps over, 2 marsh dwellers come running out from down the hall at you guys, screeching. They are slow.
Back at you.
And the first one is going to go after Togo.
Oh no.
And let's have some fun. Let's go with a bite attack.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that is a 12. Okay, what's your parry?
Harry, where is it? Ah. Um. Where is the parry? Like.
Should be
On the
Uh,
left
on the.
side of the belly.
does your character have the wisdom choice small folk?
Yeah. Probably.
Then it's your favorite wits attribute as a base, plus
Ah.
your stance.
Okay. Plus. And that would be like.
Your
What
favorite
would my
your
stance?
wits.
Yeah, but what would my stance be?
Don't worry about your
Well-
stance at this point.
Ah.
Do you know
My
our wits
favorite-
is?
Ugh. No.
Do you know our wits is under tributes?
It has
Like up at the top in the circle,
the body, heart, and wits.
under tributes, up at the top.
It has 2 numbers.
Yeah. The 2 is favored. 2.
2.
No, it'd be your wits plus 2, correct?
If you-
7
7?
plus 2. Well, the favored would be 2, and the wits is
Okay.
7.
So you would
So
have that to make
9.
that a 9. So you have 9 plus. So I'm trying to remember what's okay. So that's a 9 plus,
I think.
plus 21, 27, 21. So yeah, you are really, really difficult to hit on that one.
Mm.
As he goes at you, and you are able to basically come out right behind him without even realizing it. The other guy's there, hollers, screams. You run between that guy's legs and pop out off to the side of the first one, your thrower. The other guy is going to shove his way through to get at Thror. He will not go biting. He will try to go with a claw attack. That is a 9. So that's not going to get you against anything, Thrower. So he's having a hard time being tripped up by some weaselly little hobbit who keeps getting in the way.
Haha.
And so that is that round of attack. Who do you want to switch your stances?
No, I'll be open.
I'm good.
Open, you're good.
Same here.
Leonard, you are first. What do you wish to do? Got 2 new guys.
I'm just a question here. Nobody got any endurance damage down here yet, right?
I don't think so.
So rally combats would not be interesting right now. Then.
Yeah.
I'll try and chop the head off the next one, basically.
Okay.
That's a miss.
Okay.
11,
Swing
that's
and
not-
clang. And again, some Weasley little hobbit. You're not used to fighting with little guys running around all over the place.
No, it's a bit of a yoga experience.
Yeah.
I mean, yoga experience.
Okay, and that brings us to Togo. What you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna swing at him again. So... Okay. 14.
That's,
Nothing special.
that's what you did last time. You gotta get a 16 in
Ah.
defensive to hit this guy. That's the nice on defense is it's harder for them to
Okay.
hit you, but it's harder for you to hit.
Yeah.
That's
You have
Togo.
such a high. You have such a high. Just a tip, Adam. You have such a high wits and defense because of that. So being
Yeah.
open might not be a bad idea, but it's up to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're already a hard to hit target.
Hmm.
And so that brings us to Thror.
Alright. I'm swinging at the one in front of me, so 12, 13, 17 to hit.
17.
And I
That's
did not
good.
get edge, but I got 2 6s.
All right, double your body plus your damage.
Double my body. 12 plus damage of 8, 20.
Tell me how you thoroughly destroy this guy.
I brought my Matic down straight through his head. It cleaved through his skull and out the back of his back.
That was an epic kill. That was amazingly epic. That would make the trailer for the movie.
You certainly squashed him like jelly.
Where's the scones?
Ella Brimborn, there's one guy left.
All right, I shoot him with an arrow.
All right.
Is that the one that has 10 points of damage from me already, or is that the one that Thor just killed?
No, this is a fine guy. 10 points. Your 10 points of damage guy died.
Okay. I got a 18.
18. Any sixes on there?
No, so 5 points of damage.
5. All right. And you didn't make edge on your thing?
No.
Okay. 5 points of damage. Hey, that gets him down to 5. Ah! He is really not liking Torgo's dodging him all over creation.
Yeah.
And he is real distracted, and he is going to fuel his attack, his claw attack, with a point of hate to try to get you work harder. And 6 plus 4, a 10, still not going to do it. He throws everything he's got, just leaping off the walls after you, trying to knock people over. Rocks are falling and stuff as he screeches and screams and makes the foundations crumble. And he cannot catch you.
Yay.
Anybody want to switch stances?
No, I'll be open.
Yep.
You want to switch at him or no? Be open?
Okay.
You're switching to
I'll
open.
switch to open.
And Leonard, what's your character's wits?
4.
Okay, so Tor goes first.
Okay. So, I will swing at him now. Here we go. I got another 14. Wow. But nothing special with this one.
Yep.
But you're open now. So
That's going to hit you. That hits now.
So that's a hit.
Woo!
That's what made the difference.
Yeah, okay.
And then you
So-
just have to hope that you don't get a hit on yourself. But that's
Yeah.
the life of a hero, you know.
Yeah. And
So,
you're
like, 5 damage.
5.
Yep.
Guess what? Ellen Brimborn had taken 5 points away from him. You take the last 5, and
Yeah.
he drops.
Do we actually keep like a kill count so that we can brag about how many we killed?
Well, yeah,
That'd be a good idea.
in all
Like,
our stories.
We should have like an Excel document of that or something.
You should. If you want to, one of you want to keep track of your kills, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making notes like as to how everyone kills one or what kind of shots are made
Yeah.
in case I write something up. But
Yeah, I saw that in your lore, Rhymes of Lore, you know, where you put your poems.
yeah,
I figured you were doing that actually. So,
Nice.
all right. Can I take the next swing?
There's nobody standing
Oh, right. Nice.
except
Oh,
for
look,
the
you're
little
wrong,
old,
like,
except for the little old
frustrated.
lady who is leaning against the wall with
Yeah.
kind of like blood running down her cheek.
I turn around after I realize there's nobody here. Is there anyone schooled in medicine? Because I might hurt her if I touch her. So it's better that someone that knows does that.
I have some skill in healing,
All right.
so I could try to look at her and see if I can. Plus, I know her, recently too. So see if she's going to be disturbed, but I I'm concerned that there's maybe shadows touched her a lot.
Yep.
So can I do
basically,
a healing check on her?
So basically, I turn my back from them to keep track of the area and observe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I roll a 7 on my healing.
You see that around her leg, there is a weird bracelet. It looks very heavy. It looks almost like a shackle was put on there, just on one ankle with no chain. And it looks like it's like really been cutting deep into her leg. And and it feels amazingly cold to the touch.
Can I use my craft skill to identify what it is?
You absolutely can, and in fact, I'm gonna let you roll the feat die twice because of the nature of what this is, and it's what I know about it.
So 10 is my highest on the feat die. I have 1, 6, 21, 24.
Oh my goodness, you've skipped whole parts of the adventure already. Alright, let's go in. You not only know what this is a bracelet that is made by the petty dwarves. They are they are like the evil dark dwarves that the elves and dwarves even helped take care of. But you know that this was an item that was forged by the petty dwarves in Nargothrond. And they had that. This became a great elven hall, great elven area in the first age, but it was originally held by the petty dwarves, and the elves were recruited the normal dwarves to help get these petty dwarves out, and they were like, the petty dwarves are all about slaughtering their own kind and slitting throats in the dark, and they are not our kin. And you know that this item is called the Kayam Ugog, and that translates to never petty last masterpiece.
So I relay my knowledge to everyone.
And
I actually turn around and leave my post, so to speak, and listen really carefully.
Yeah, it says basically, the inscription on it translates to "Never forget your kin's spilt blood." It is a last. It also says last masterpiece of Nulizkiden, which is what they called Nargothrond. It is actually that's not called last masterpiece. It translates to a masterpiece, mastercraft bane, basically.
Mastercraft bane.
This was the last beautiful masterpiece that was built by the petty dwarves in Nargothrond before the dwarves and elves slaughtered them and drove them out. And it's a cursed item.
Right. Do I know how to remove this cursed item properly?
No, you're gonna have to research that.
Can I do lore?
You sure can.
I have Smithcraft. Can I make a check or use some kind of knowledge that I have for it? Or
Absolutely, I'll let you roll craft, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Since I have Smithcraft, can I use that to for something, or?
I will let you have a roll, and I'll give you knowledge based on how well you do.
I could use clever as well, since I have that distinctive feature, but...
Okay, if you can use that, you can use that just instead, and I'll give you a basic piece of knowledge.
Okay.
Uh,
So you want everybody to roll, or?
No, if you guys say you have it, you can all roll. It's all based on what you know.
All right. Okay.
my face darkens a bit, and I get some hazy, weird visions in my head. I roll an Eye of Sauron.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So you can add that to your pile there.
I'm not starting the pile yet until Sauron reveals himself. Doing a slow start on that.
Right.
But you do have a wonderful hazy vision that I will click into. in which you see a gigantic spider clasping this to the old lady's leg. And you hear her say, the spider hissing out, "There is no getting out of your task. It is bound to you now."
That makes
Make
me
a,
feel so much better.
Make a corruption test for me, please.
All right. So I have 2 wisdom, so I'll just roll here. That's a fail. What's the difficulty?
14.
And you can add your heart, right?
You can add your heart to it if you want to spend some hope.
Then I'll reach 14. I'll do that, I think.
Okay.
I don't want shadow points. If I can avoid them, I'll avoid them.
Because what's really disturbing not only is that the old lady is being hung upside down in webs, but there are 3 giant spiders the size of elephants here. It's with numerous amounts of her own brood. These are like These are the daughters of Shelob. The rest of the party has some knowledge about these people.
Ha ha ha.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I look a bit. I don't know if you guys are watching my character. Obviously, you're probably watching
Yes, his face.
that thing and her. But if you do, you'll see. Like I pan out a bit. Like mentally, I get in some kind of other state, like I'm not there, and. Then I come back and I look really dark and serious in my face. Giant spider?
Is it?
Do they
is it,
exist?
Is it Tile Quinn?
That was her name.
Yes.
Tarquin?
Tile Quinn.
I
Yes.
saw
It's
this.
the daughter of Shelob. You are in presence of Togo Maggot, the Hobbit of the Shire, who drove Tile Quinn away.
Yeah.
All of her brood.
Wow.
And then I reflect back if you guys want to stick with me, here's the story. The artifact of Theanor, the gem of red light, had mysteriously disappeared from Elven sight. The company of the whiskey-drinking bear hoped to deliver, seeking the ancient treasure along the forest river. Within a gable, a wee hobbit, fast asleep, held the treasure in his hands, not making a peep. Togo and Elebrimborn crept as quiet as mice. Although became entrapped in Talquin's device, it was an illusion. For the Ungol had wove illusions in her silk to trap King Fanduil and feed her ilk. Her size was massive, that of an olifant. Her stench so foul, the spawn of Ungoliant. Otford spied his companions in her grasp and threw forth a spear. Before any time passed, the javelin of Hickory was so well sent, all present thought it was thrown by an ent. Elebrimborn and Togo, trapped in a ruined tower, as boulders fell upon them like a meteor shower. All around the party red eyes did gather, the spawn of Talquin began to slather. Then Togo of the Shire began to gasp. The star of Theanor was within his grasp. At first the spider began to scoff, until the hobbit held Narfuin aloft. Togo's face, enraged with hollow light, caused the Ettercap to shriek with unholy fright. The jewel bathed her with searing red heat. She feared for her life, knowing she was beat. Finding her brood's situation so dire, again confronted by the folk of the Shire, shared tales among spiders began to ring. Arachnid nightmares envisioned of Bilbo and Sting. Talquin and her filth began to flee to cheers of the whiskey-drinking bear's company.
Wow. So this thing, how big is this thing anyway?
I have never seen an olifant, but it is huge. It's the size of the creatures, the old men of the forest, the treants.
Adam, you may
There's
want
a
to
lot
mute
of
your mic a
background
sec.
noise again coming.
Mute your mic a sec.
Okay.
Mute it.
That's very troublesome. Because if the rhyme is right, and she can send the sights and visions and trick with illusion, what if she's tricking me?
She could be. She can actually, but typically what she does is she weaves the illusion with her web. The foul silk that comes from her body creates illusions. I don't know if she can do it through dreams. She would be doing it. She would be doing it to us when we saw her, but I don't know if she can. I don't know if she can pass it through your visions. Possibly you're looking at possibly you're looking at one of her illusions right now. That there's three of them.
Ella Brimborn, I know that elves are people of lore and from the old times. Is there anyone else that could send visions or dreams or nightmares, or is that the prerogative of spiders?
I can roll a lore check and see.
Sure.
I did pretty good on that. I got a 25 with 2 6s.
Wow.
That is, sending nightmares and things are the prerogative, typically, of what your lore shows is mostly the servants of the Witch King of Angmar before he was defeated was definitely known for doing that kind of thing. The Nazgul were definitely known for being able to create portents of horror like that in their wake, and some even whisper of a vampire in the mountains of Mirkwood that's capable of doing such things.
So I reflect back that information, but we haven't heard of anything like that. There's no knowledge passed about anything like that going on. The only thing we know is that there are orcs that have come down from the Misty Mountains to invade our western border of Mirkwood, and the spiders are leaving their webs and being forced westward along the Old Forest Road. But there's no such things as any kind of necromancers, or those are all old tales in our past history. Nothing like that exists at this time.
I want to talk
It
this.
must be your exposure with the dragon before that. I mean, must have been such a horrific experience. The dragon destroying your town, that you must be having nightmares at this time.
Well, they actually started in the battle, but we should probably bring her along and keep watch over her then, and be quick about it, because I don't think we can remove that bracelet without hurting her. I think it's tied to her somehow.
I rolled a 18 for my craft check.
Oh, sorry.
To see if we can remove
18?
it. Yeah.
It can be, you think you found ways to remove it, however, your knowledge of dwarven craft with the petty dwarves, you know that through their kind of, if this is indeed a cursed item like you think it is already done the damage. It is kind of like branded her to where you remove it, it's going to basically make things worse for her.
Okay.
Possibly we can take her back to the Elven Kingdom and see if my lord has any ability or knowledge to help us present King Thranduil with this information. Possibly there is some kind of elven magic that can defeat this.
Hopefully,
we are not that far from the kingdom. If you do not, it's really probably one of the most beautiful visions you'll ever see going into Mirkwood and seeing my home.
I'm afraid that the cursed item may actually make her more ill if it's already making her leg bleed. If
We have to
try
keep
take
watch
her
over
away
her.
from her objective.
Well, we can make some kind of litter or something and tie her to it so that we can move faster. We'll have to do that for her own sake to get her help.
No, I agree.
I'm just wondering if we need to go to Lake Town, but send word back.
Sigwell?
Randall.
Sigwell, is
think-
that you?
What?
Yes.
Judge Sigwell, is that you?
No, she's asking for the judge.
Yes.
You said yes.
If somebody's got her tied up.
Yeah,
Nobody
let's
says they had her tied up.
Yeah.
I look a bit surprised or when she says that.
Yeah, I
This
don't know
feels-
who he is.
Garrett, this feels right to my character, but he doesn't recognize it. Do you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a relative he's not aware of. He's just seen him in his dreams.
Right.
Right.
But you've also seen this area before in your dreams. I mean, around the stairs of Gurion, and knowing that there was something there of danger. So you pay a little bit of heed to that.
We have to move her out of here. This is a dangerous spot.
Yeah, I'd like to do a quick search for any potential treasures. If there's anything around. Hey, I'm a dwarf. What can I say?
Exactly.
Well, obviously
I'm actually surprised Togo hasn't wandered off yet.
is she tied
He's
to
muted.
that
He's muted.
place,
He might
Garrett?
be.
Nope. She's
All
not.
right.
She's just kind of like leaning, kind of has slid down the side of the rock wall there, where they
I'll
were.
try to- I'll
I'm
help
not
her up
si-
and support her.
I answer her. I'm not Sigvald. But it feels related to me, I say to her, but not that it would make any sense. But anyway.
Sigwald, Sigwald, she cries.
I want to.
And getting a little too loud.
Oh, yeah.
Come with me.
Quiet her down.
I'll grab her a bit. Not too hard, but I'll try and
check her to make
take
sure
her
she
along.
doesn't have any poisons or anything like that on her.
Yeah, we run a quick check on her.
You
body.
frisked the little old lady, okay?
Yeah, but carefully because it's an old lady.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
She does not seem to have, excuse me, anything on her.
I said.
All right.
I say. Do you remember your daughter, Galvira, the pot stirrer? Do you remember your grandchildren? Do you remember
We
what
start walking.
great times that you guys spent together? Yeah, and we're gonna move her. We're gonna move her up the chimney and get her out of here.
Elvira. Sigwell, Judge. And then she
No.
kind of like screams in pain, and you see
Judge.
screams, and you smell the sound of like cooked meat coming from her leg.
Ooh.
What?
And there seems to be the shackle band on her seems to be glowing as if it was being kept in a forge right now.
Ouch!
Ooh, we need to get that off of her.
Not here. We get her out of here first.
Yeah.
Go fast.
I'll do a quick search for any loose loot.
You're gonna wander off? Okay.
While they're taking the time to get her over there, I'll just do a quick cursory glance around.
Sure. Where are you gonna wander off to?
What are you doing, Togo?
Are you gonna wander around?
Yeah, I guess I'll look.
Are you looking for treasure or leaving?
I guess I'll go maybe around the chimney.
I'm gonna look where I would see clothing dropped or things like that where they had potentially.
You want to go further in?
Oh, they weren't right around here eating. I thought this was.
Well, that's where they had
at.
kind of dropped her, and the one guy was trying to grab a little arm.
Okay. All right.
Possibly the bone
if there's
pile?
nothing close by, then we'll go ahead and leave.
Sure.
Maybe the bone
It's too
pile on the way
dangerous
out.
to hang around here.
You want to advance a little bit forward?
Since I'm weary.
And are you? What do you? Do you have a torch?
He didn't
yeah, I
want to
have
go
a
that
torch.
way.
In
You
here,
did
you
wanna
see
go?
a whole bunch of rotting corpses and bones.
Okay.
Make a valor check for me. A fear check for me. Valor.
Valor. All right. Hold on. That would be.
Because
just
these
a
are a
one.
little bit fresher rotting things than what Togo saw.
Not good at all. 7, but I did get a 6.
Okay,
Run, Forrest, run.
you are not allowed to spend hope at all until you are away from this place.
Okay.
You want to go
All
further?
No, I'll leave. I'm disgusted.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm disgusted.
Togo, are you happy to go? You've heard whispers of treasure.
Would really love for us to look through that area.
I just know that there's a certain hobbit here who's a treasure hunter.
All right. Yeah, well.
I'll start looking where Mr. Klein was looking.
You want to go over there? Well, you hear from the dwarfs crying that he's found some bodies and stuff. So I'm going to ask you to make a corruption test. Roll your, not valor, your wisdom.
Wisdom. Here we go. Okay.
Roll a 12-sider plus the number of 6-siders equal to your wisdom.
Oh, Gandalf. Okay, Gandalf plus 5. Oh,
Awesome.
You are fine. Do you want to?
5 and 4. So, I'll keep looking.
Thror seems to be about to turn around before he gets into where things seem to be getting interesting. Do you want to continue?
Yeah.
There you go. You continue into the dark. I know you have a candle thing. You go into here. These guys aren't here. I just have them laying around. I'll move them off to the side. So you see that, and you see there's a hallway over here leading further in, deeper underground, further into this lair.
I say, hey, there's, I think there's treasure down here. Just trying to urge them over here.
Thror, do you want to go with the Hobbit?
Why don't you roll a persuade check at him, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
I
Persuade. Here we go.
believe, because I'll be more prone to it if you succeed.
Oh, okay. 12?
Not enough.
Thror, are you moved by what your companion says, or are you freaked out enough by the meat pile?
Freaked out enough, I believe. At least for me, if you ask me.
Sorry. I was still kind of freaked out by the meat pile, so I was already heading out.
Okay.
I made a pledge to Galvira to return her mother.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll
You are
keep...
feeling very alone here, Togo. But you have this feeling in your heart that there is something of value down here to be found.
Bilbo went into the dragon's lair all by himself.
Yeah.
He did.
And he did get out. So.
What do you do, Togo?
Bilbo,
You did another character yesterday, right?
Bilbo is Togo's idol.
Yeah.
Well.
You continue?
Sure.
All right.
If I find danger, I'll turn around.
Yep, you go through around here where it's creepy. You find where a couple, there's a lot of some blood stains on the ground where bodies have been dragged this way from holding areas. Where it looks like, from the bones, it looks like they were shattering people's legs and arms so they couldn't really get out of there, and then dragging them when they were ready to eat them off, and they kind of down the path that you are walking.
Okay, I'll have my sword out and ready, just in case something tries to jump me.
Remember, Adam, hobbits are very stealthy, so you can probably get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll stealth down the hall.
Something glitters catches your eye over here.
Well, I walk over to it.
I don't like where this is going, Jesus.
Make a corruption check for me again, Adam.
It's my precious.
Make a corruption test for me,
Exactly.
That's what? Wisdom?
That is your wisdom, yes.
Okay.
Bilbo's range really nice.
Okay. 15.
15. You successfully avoid this overwhelming urge to fall to your knees and have your mouth drop open like in a cartoon and just start crying of all this treasure you have found. You still have your wits about you. No dragon sickness at this moment.
Yes.
And that's what allows you to hear these sounds. Coming, getting louder and louder, coming from above you.
This is the McDonald's place of the
I'm going to look up. Wait, does it sound like a trap or maybe like a living thing?
No, it sounds like, maybe about 30 or so of those guys that you killed. This coming your way from here. It's like they sense that you are near their treasure.
I'm gonna run.
Go. Grab something quick and run.
Sure. I'll snatch whatever I can and then start running away.
Okay, you snatch and you run. And that is when there are about, there, and I'll have you running through here. Make an athletics test for me, please, as the hallway fills with these guys. And they're all coming at you.
Okay. So, I got... I got a 16 with a 6-sided 6.
So describe the cool montage of you escaping these guys, running through this underground lair.
I'm gonna say they're like all trying to run over each other. Like they're all just trying to horde towards me to eat me, because they're like, oh wow, it's a hobbit. We like these. So I find like a rock or like a crack in the wall that I bang with the hilt of my sword, and like it tumbles and blocks the path.
That path, and then they have to spread out to go through other ways to get to you, and you can see them through holes in the wall looking at you and arms reaching out to snag you as they're running parallel to you to try to catch you. So Togo shows back up by the chimney room with you guys, and he is out of breath, and his eyes are very wide. Leg Eleven, you've gotten up there. Who's gone up with Leg Eleven?
I suspect Celebrimborn got up first. I'll help her up by lifting her to Celebrimborn, because I don't think she can use the rope anyway. Since she seems so confused. So
you headed out. You and Leg Eleven are out of there. So it's Celebrimborn and Thror there as Togo comes running in, breathless.
I start saying, we gotta get out here, quick.
Let's get up. we move up.
That's when about on that they come swarming over this bridge and through the water. Oh, about a dozen or so, all at once, screaming and hollering, and all using their reek power.
Ouch!
As they're all swarming you guys. Make an athletics test to get out of there.
That must smell through the chimney. Ew.
Oh, cool. Okay. So I got a 16 with 2 6s.
Wow.
Describe how amazing it is of you getting out of there.
So, I start, running towards the chimney, and they're all starting to horde around, like, they're trying to surround us, but then we, like, in just the nick of time, we get out of the chimney.
Okay, that's for you getting out. And Ella Brimborn, what did you get for your,
A 20 with a Gandalf and a 6.
So describe how incredible your escape scene is.
I just basically do like two-handed motion up the rope, just like it's flowing, like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, like the beauty of the elves climbing the rope, like it's effortless, like I was born in the woods, the creature that I was.
Cool. And Thror, make your athletics test.
And now he's just gonna fail.
I got a 14 with a 6. Is that enough?
That is enough to get out there. Describe what it's like for you.
I stumble my way up, and it's real tight. I can barely squeeze my shoulders up through the chimney, and I storm my way up with marsh dwellers at my feet.
Cool.
I pull out some salted pork out of the pack to urge him on.
So you guys get out of to there, and you are on your get up or all back onto the boat.
And we move as fast as we can.
Yep.
And you are out a little bit as they start showing up, popping out of the water.
I start looking at what I even got.
We'll get to that later.
So is this
We have
a
some
travel
random tables
check
for you
with
to see what you
athletic to move away from them or something?
The boat basically is like they're just emerging out of. It's not. I'm kind of represented it wrong because they didn't. There's another way out of there that was through that little water area that you guys didn't want to go to. That was also the entryway if you wanted to just dive in and swim in. So they're on like two sides of you. And they're just all like emerging from the water. And if you go forward, you can with 3 athletic successes, you can get yourselves out of there, away from them.
Hey.
Or you can, if you have another plan.
Somebody better have good athletics.
12 athletics.
12 athletics
Great
does.
success, actually. If it's 16 or less, it's a great success.
Mm-hmm. So you have a great success. Okay, that is 2.
I got a 6.
Anybody
And
want to?
Can I check mark the second row then in movement?
Yes, you certainly can. And Adam, also for that climb, for your climbing thing, make sure you put a check mark on your thing for that too.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Okay.
So who hasn't rowed their athletics for rowing the raft that way from the marsh dwellers? Adam?
Togo.
Yeah.
Togo, you can row your athletics if you think that you can do it, or if you think you'd be better by firing your bow at them, you can do that too. Or if you have another plan.
I'll start rowing.
No, you better do your athletics because I don't have a good one.
I'm doing the athletics.
Athletics.
Cool. Okay. Gandalf and 2 and a 3, so
That is what you need to get yourself the raft.
17.
You managed to get the raft to the Stair of Girion, and you see the water just completely bubbling and fuming and splattering all over the place as tons of marsh dwellers are giving chase to the stairs. You guys are on the stairs. What do you do?
I'll kill you first, Andrew.
Continue moving quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suggest. I
ahead.
assume that you have to jump out of the boat and go uphill, right?
The Stair of Girion is kind of a portage thing. It's kind of like running along a very long deck that's made for wheeling the boats to the long lake.
Yeah.
So it's flat. It's a flat stone and wooden structure.
Adam, that background noise is coming through again.
I gotta mute you.
What?
Gotta mute your thing.
yourself.
I can hear a lot of people talking. So, what
anyway.
is your plan?
Well, do we have to get out of the boat to go up?
Oh, I'm giving it to you for free that you get out of the boat and you're on the Stair of Girion. It's just a matter of if you have a plan for waylaying them, or if you want to do a running scene, or what do you want to do?
Running scene seems good, but we have to take Gilvara's mother with us, so that might be harder.
Yeah, is there any place I can start a fire and block their path with fire?
There is a boat that is on that was being portaged that is on the wheel thing. You could start the boat on fire and be able to push it toward him.
Yep, I will do that.
How are you good? Do you have fire making or anything as a thing?
Yeah, I have fire making.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'll help Gilvara's mother up then.
Okay. And is there a specific skill you want to use for that? Even persuade or athletics?
Right?
Or
Can I use... Oh, for me or...
No, for you. That's an automatic success with fire making.
Oh, okay. All right.
What were you going to use for helping Gilmira?
Probably athletics, I believe.
Athletics? Okay.
I mean, that seems the reasonable choice.
It is. I'm just flexible when they come. If you want to try to use social to motivate her, kind of the old '70s movie "Go, go, go" thing.
Persuade.
Get to the
Yeah,
top,
you can do persuade.
All right. What was her name again?
Her name is Legelevan.
Legelevan. I assume you guys might have reminded me, or refreshed my memory, since my character hasn't seen her for like 2 or 3 years, I think. Something like that. My character is quite young. He's 18. So...
You probably haven't seen her unless you've been to the old ford.
Yeah, well, I've been there, so...
Okay.
We talked about that, if you remember, Garrett.
Yeah.
So it would have been like one of the best, baked goodies you've ever had. You have pleasant memories of the food at their inn, because she's like, that's her. She's a baking grandmother. She's like, makes delicious scones.
Yeah.
And
So I call her by her name frequently to hurry her along.
Okay.
And tell her that she has to bake cookies for us. However unreasonable it seems, it's something she can be familiar with and therefore follow us.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm trusty, but I'm not going to use the trait. I'm just going to roll persuade.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Gandalf and 2 6s.
Yeah. Oh, make sure you're checking that one on.
Wow, it's the first
That's
check,
awesome.
Unfortunately.
So tell
Anyway,
me how this all comes to be that you snap her through to where she helps you epically.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it was the first check. I could have succeeded with the third one on that roll. Yeah, so I hurry her along, and I hope that the dwarf can not trap himself down there.
She is highly motivated at this point, and you realize that she was, in her youth, a competitive expert in what became the Bjornings, athletic competitions for kind of the equivalent of the hurdles. As she's leaping
Yeah.
over everything, she's able to run along the poles along the edge of the pier, and nothing. She's just pure like the beginning of Casino Royale, able to run over everything.
Now I realize I have to buy the ingredients once we reach our destination.
Yeah.
Because otherwise she will think I tricked her, and I'm trusty, so I have to do it.
I'm all in for cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are running with Legelevan. Thor has started the boat on the wheel thing on fire. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I am running along and just making sure that everyone else is coming behind us.
I'm probably.
If I need to take out the bow and shoot a couple guys that are scrabbling, up on the stairway or something like that, I'll do that. But I'll cover the rear and urge Thor to move on forward with us after he starts his fire.
And just as an idea, I mean, that's a great idea. I just want to remind you of things your character could do. I will let you sing a song of inspiration for every success or level of success. You could give a bonus 6-sided die to somebody to roll for this.
Okay, all right. So I'll sing then.
What are you singing about?
I will sing about the charge of the woodland people in the Battle of the Five Armies.
That's cool.
And that will be 15 with 1/6.
15 with 1/6. All right. So that's two. First of all, a success for you on that, and also two 6-sided dice that you can give to anybody for a roll as they're finishing this dramatic task thing.
All right. So I'll give one to Togo and one to Thror.
Okay, Thror. What do you choose to do?
Are there any nearby me, or
you see hands coming up out of the water as they start to reach and seconds from coming out of the water to start climbing up onto this thing.
Okay. Is there anything heavy like a barrel or anything like that?
Tons.
Okay, I will pick up a barrel and I'll throw it on top of
those hobgoblins that you fought earlier. They drink heavily and they drink a lot.
Oh. Man,
even for hobgoblins.
Throw away beer? Oh, no.
I wouldn't call it beer.
Okay, I'll throw it then.
Okay, you throw the beer at them. We'll call that an athletics check.
Alright, so I get an extra 6. One success with a 6, but only a 12.
That's still... Okay, do you want to spend a point of hope? Because that's not enough to make it... to be able to tilt that beer. The stench from the beer is even worse than the stench of the marsh dwellers.
Yeah, I'll do 1 point of hope.
Okay, so that's able with this great raise to get success to get that over and crush a lot of it over a bunch of the marsh dwellers. Togo, what do you do?
I will try to see if I still have whatever I took, and I'll keep running.
Okay.
And maybe, I might, you know how, he cracked a thing of beer over some of the marsh dwellers?
Mm-hmm.
I might just drop a match down while we're running.
A reminder to you, there is a boat that is burning on fire that is on top of basically, think of it as a mining cart that to push the boat across this pathway that's over the lake. So you have a burning boat on top of a mining cart.
Well, I guess I'll push that.
Where are you going to push it?
Towards the swamp dwellers.
Okay. Make an athletics test. To do it, you only need a 10 on this because it's got wheels.
Well, I'm probably going to make it. Okay. Yeah.
Did you use the bonus dice I gave you? The bonus 6-sided
Yeah.
dice?
Yeah. Do I have to?
It's only good for this scene.
Ah, okay. So, yeah, I'll just use it. 12, 14.
14's more. Did you get any 6s on there?
No.
Nope, but you're still able to run it out, and it doesn't dump over there. You kind of knock the thing over as if you're spilling over. It's the experience that I've had running through the supermarket with a cart, and just accidentally dumping it forward on people, which is unfortunately something I've done. So that's kind of what you do, and it topples over, spilling this burning boat onto the first group of marsh dwellers that climb out of the water. So you've stunted their first wave, and you guys are able to flee.
Excellent.
Okay, we
Yeah.
the graceful dwarf flies over the steps and
You'll have to catch up with the old lady now because I got her running.
so she's way out ahead of me.
Even me, I believe.
She's not even in sight at this point. But you can eventually catch up, and that's not a problem. And she's waiting for you, and she's looking very, very pale.
Uh-oh. Or you want to
I
sing
guess
her
I can.
can we
yeah.
sing her a song and try to
Yeah.
lift her spirits?
Yes.
And I'll try to add some inspiration.
Okay.
And remind her of the cookies and how great of a cook she is.
Right.
I think I'll do my roll real quick.
Sure.
I'll sing the song of the in the fort and how good the food is there and the camaraderie
Okay.
of good times. I got a 9.
I got a 16 with 2 6s.
So apparently I sing as well as I sang in the inn about the inn.
It's bringing great tears to her eyes, and
It
you
makes
see
people thirsty.
You smell the cooking meat smell again, and the bracelet along her leg is starting to glow again. And she turns to you, Ella Brimborn, and says, "Why is this happening to me?"
I think every time you receive hope, every time there's any kind of hope or inspiration, I think that the bracelet or the shackle is reminding you of the mission that you have to complete. That's just my guess. It's trying to. It's such dark power. It doesn't. It's resisting any kind of hope that comes to your spirit.
Is the best that I can do is lose hope?
No, I think you need to maintain hope, and we will find someone that can get this bracelet off of you.
And she kind of mutters and just starts to weep a bit as it really, really hurts.
We know we can. Thor knows that it is something that we can remove from you. We just have to find someone that has the talents to do it.
Garrett, can I roll an insight check on her reactions towards all these things?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, get to know her better, to feel her sadness, to understand her. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Basically, I don't want to say anything right now. I just want to add up the puzzle. That's 16. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's more than enough. You are feeling real sadness for her because she seems like knew her as a good woman who is being controlled by various sorcerous means. And
Yeah, so
she is absolutely not a person at all who deserves this thing, and is being worn down and mercilessly driven by whatever is controlling her.
how serious is the connection with the item? Because if we talk her into fighting this thing, she will probably have a better mental state, but she might get more pain. What would be the best course of action with that type of insight check? I mean,
with you, she is. I hate to say it, damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. Without hope, she loses hope and she breaks, and that'll lead her more into shadow. If she maintains hope, then it will torture her until who knows what, or she breaks mentally and falls into shadow.
okay, so
you really need lore or some kind of very strong magic in order to combat this.
yeah.
I can use lore to try to figure out how to make this easier for her and have less suffering.
Yeah. I suspect we talk to some length about this during the travels when she's not listening too much, Ella Brimborn. Yeah. All right, you do that.
That's a 19 lore.
All right,
19
that's
lore.
nice.
You could cut it off and it wouldn't further, but it would. You'd have a feeling that what's done is in her, and she will still feel it even if it isn't there.
All right. So, like I said, I think we need to bring her to a healer that's going to help. But I guess we're headed. It's the group consensus that we're going to Lake Town. We're not going back to the Hall of the Elven King in Mirkwood, correct?
Well, something horrible
You
will
know-
happen in Lake Town if we go there, so I would recommend us not going there. I'm actually afraid of that. You can see that in my character's eyes.
Yeah, I mean, if we take her there, then that's her the place that she needs to go. So I think we need to take. I think the only place I can think of taking her that I know people can help would be my people.
Mm.
I could easily
That's the closest.
easily lead you there. I mean, we are on the eastern edge of Mirkwood Forest, so.
George,
go
as a little
back
bit of
to my
background
people.
for you, Thror would also know that there is a huge library of lore of the ancient dwarven kingdoms and the petty dwarves in Erebor.
Okay, I remind everyone that Erebor would have these ancient tombs for us to research. And again, I think she might be harmed more if she tries to go away from where she needs to be.
Yeah.
That is
Since my
possibly true.
affiliate,
I shared the information that even if we remove the emit without her hearing this, but letting everyone else know that keep a stiff upper lip, but even if we remove the bracelet from her, the curse and the shadow is so deep within her that even removing the bracelet isn't going to change things. But I am interested in looking at it. If there's a library of knowledge, that is what I seek as a scholar. I would be greatly interested in visiting it.
oh, you persuaded me, all right. You're my focus, so, and seems what you say is logical. It's very easy that Erebor seems a good place. But we avoid Lake Town, so we go around it.
That sounds fine.
Okay.
All right. So about the roles in the group, I mean, I can do two things. One, I'm best in travel. I got travel 3 and 1 in lore. I've got my map with me in my backpack. I can be a scout as well, but don't count me in as a lookout or hunter, because that's 0 and 1. So I would preferably avoid those two positions, if that's okay.
And I have 3 travel, and I have no hunting, but I
Okay.
have 2 explore.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I have 1 hunting, 2 travel.
yeah, what's your lore, Thor?
My lore is 3 for Elebrimborn. So what
Mhm.
position does that take?
Well, that's a pretty good guide, all right. Adam, I assume you are the best scout.
Actually, I have
Is that
I don't
search?
know. I have 1. Oh, search. Let's see. Search.
No, it's explorer. Scout's got to
Oh,
have explorer.
explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a 2 in that, and it's favored.
Oh, that's pretty good. Your awareness?
Hmm?
Your awareness.
Oh, there it is.
Above that.
Is 2.
Yeah,
I have an awareness of 2, and it's favored.
that's pretty good as well. Uh, you know, I would prefer. I don't see any one of us being a hunter. I mean, which one has a rating in hunting at all?
I have 1.
Okay, I'm a big 0.
Same here. I have 0. I have favored travel, and I have search, and I have 2 explore.
Mhm.
What do you have in hunting, Adam?
0.
Okay.
This isn't good.
Adam, you had awareness.
My awareness is 2.
Yeah. And then explore,
2
travel.
favored.
I'm just writing it down, guys, because it's easier to see that way.
Yeah.
Awareness, explore, travel, and hunting. And then we have George, Leonard, Adam, and is that Mike? Your name is?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So awareness, mine is 1. George?
I don't have any awareness.
All right. Mike?
2 favored.
Yeah. Explore, I got 2. George,
0.
2, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mike?
0.
Yeah. And Adam?
Wait, what did we
2
do?
favored.
2
Explore.
favored? Oh, my
Explore.
explorer is 2 favored.
All right. And travel, mine is 3. George?
Yeah, mine's 3 and favored.
Yeah.
2.
And Mike? 2.
2.
And Adam? Travel?
Mine's only a 1.
Yeah. And hunting, I've got a 0. George
Everyone's
got
0
1.
except for me.
I'm
Mike is a
0.
1.
What?
Everyone's 0 except for me. I'm a 1.
All right.
And then lore is another 1.
Yeah.
I'm a 3 favored in lore.
Yeah. And George.
I don't have any lore, just orc lore.
Okay. I've got 1 favored. Adam.
Lore. My lore, I have none. Nothing.
Okay. Well, it's very easy because one spot is a dump spot. But is anyone at all interested in hunting?
I think we're in a fail for hunting.
Well,
Yeah.
that's true.
Maybe Otfert when he comes back. I don't know if he is or not.
Yeah. But as long as he's not here, we have to pick someone, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Or you can chance it not coming into play. But if it comes into play, then it's a fail.
All right. So we'll just fill the other spots then with us 4.
Yeah.
All right. There can only be one guide, however, and it's preferably you or me, Mike, right?
No,
Yeah, I think
it's
so,
Thor. I have favored travel. Is your travel favored?
No.
Then I'll go ahead and do travel. So
All right.
I'll do
All
guide.
right. Yeah. And
But do we have enough for explore and awareness? Because I have 2 explore.
Adam's got
well,
2 explore favored.
So who
My
has the highest
explorer's-
awareness?
Awareness -2.
Anybody else?
I have a 2 favored.
Okay.
so we use the Hobbit as a scout then.
Yeah, what's your explore, Leonard?
It's 2, but it's not favored. But that's the only other thing I really can do.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'd have you as explore then. And then awareness can be
yeah,
the
the Hobbit
halfling,
is a
and
lookout
then
then.
yeah, and then hunting. Mike will have you do hunting.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. We have our picks at least. Because it's a problem with that in the system, because when you look at the math, it's one thing, but if the character wants to do it, it's another thing. You know, it's not always the same. But let's go along. Obviously, we have to help her in the travel, and we want to get there pretty fast,
But
right?
first for Togo. Togo, you especially, this is going to come into play and be recognized by Thror. What you have gotten away with is a belt made of gold that has a beautiful green gem set into the belt. You can tell. Make a craft roll for me, please, George.
All right.
Because it's definitely dwarven.
I would love
I
to
have
make a
an Eye
craft
of
roll as
Sword.
well.
An
And
Eye
I
of
only
Sauron.
Yeah, and I rolled a 10.
I'll just make this flat out. This was made by your great grandfather. You've seen pictures and drawings of this artifact.
I'm
and
positive that's what it
He
is.
made it in Khazad-dûm.
Wow.
This is
Garrett,
worth 60 treasure.
Can I make a roll for that too, Garrett? Because my character loves Smithcraft as well. So
sure.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. That's a fail, and I'm not going to spend hope on that. So.
Well, I'm going to use the eye to inflict inter-party conflict here. So.
That's definitely from my family. What are you talking about?
Do you say anything about it, or
Adam?
George? Because you see him looking at this thing. He's happy as hell to have it.
Well, do we know anything of what it does?
It's not a magical item. It's just a very beautiful artifact of a bygone age.
It's a family heirloom. Why would you want that for my family?
I'm probably just gonna give it to him.
Wow, that's very generous.
Oh, you are such a good hobbit. You're always such a surprise.
You know what? Just because you did that, everybody make a corruption test.
Okay.
Because they all want it.
No, I'm actually gonna do something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know how to roll a corruption test.
Roll your wisdom score. Number of the 6-siders equal to your wisdom.
Okay.
Plus your.
Well, no problem here. A Gandalf 6. So.
I rolled another sword.
No!
I got a 12.
This can get very ugly.
12 plus a 6. Did you roll yours, Adam? A 12-sided and 2 6s.
Yeah. I'll roll that.
Nobody's getting this thing. It's mine.
Mine.
Okay.
my precious.
Well, I succeeded most likely. I got a 16.
You got a 16. Nice. Well, you didn't need to worry about this. This is something that you triggered. For those of you that Pat got 14 or better, congratulations. I'm giving you a point of hope back as you see this, seeing that you expected the worst of, but realize that the goodness of the free folk is prevalent, and that gives you a point of hope back. Up to,
Wow.
but not, you can't go. I'm not gonna, but not over your maximum hope, because this is a very very rare this will ever happen. But I want to reward you for this. For the Eye of Sauron, you do not get a hope back, but I'm giving you a point of shadow.
Okay.
As you think that he's up to something. You can't trust him. Nobody would do this. You wouldn't do this. You don't understand why.
I'm pretending that I'm very thankful though.
I mean, after all, the Hobbit took the Arkenstone, you know. So
That's right. That's true. You know. Yeah, it's another clever ploy.
Oh, yeah. You didn't even
schemy little maggots, you know. Ouch. Oh, shit. Those kind of things can really turn to shit in role-playing groups, you know. When oh, Jesus.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
I look amazingly astonished when he just turns it over to him. You know, and just, wow.
Yeah, but I look back on the sacrifice where Bilbo sacrificed his share of the treasure, the 1/13 of the treasure, as the Arkenstone, and gave that up, all his wealth and riches. The people of the Shire are just really amazing, and here again is another lesson shown that they are really the smallest of people, but the greatest of people, and deserve our respect. For we don't know much about them, but they show great heart and courage. It may well be their people who save Middle Earth itself. Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Well, we got nothing to worry about because there's really no, no darkness that's going on that we can't handle at this point.
Yeah. So we probably want to travel then to Erebor on the left side of the Long Lake, around Lake Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's ultimately the guide's choice, obviously, but you know, if I remember correctly on the map, that's a better area to travel through.
Marshes spread a little bit through there, but not to where it's too horrible. Guide, make a lore roll. Or anybody can make a lore roll at this point for planning the trip.
Yeah, I want to make a roll.
Oh boy, my lore is like 0, so.
15 with a 6.
Okay.
That would be a 3, so no.
You just weren't paying attention to local affairs. Yeah.
I'm busy thinking about her cookies. You know, it's.
Yeah. It's you with a 15, so you know that it's going upriver over easy terrain. You're going through borderlands, and in the summer it shouldn't take too long. So yeah, once you get around to the lake, you can just circle it around and stuff. You do know that getting up to Arab, I mean, you can take the boat up to Deo if you want to get a boat somehow along there, and that'll get you a little bit quicker of a trip on up, but you can do that.
There's only one thing that I have to really be against, and that is the fact if we take the boat, we go pretty close to Lake Town, so that's why I don't want to use a boat. So
You kind of don't have a boat right here, but so you'd have to kind of like get one at the end, of, other end of the stairway.
I want to be at least 2 or 3 days from Lake Town, at least.
Yeah, you're at, see, it's about 2 days by boat from where you're at.
Oh, you're kind of in Calvary yet, huh?
We can't cut overland. Like, are we coming out on that map of the forest? We're coming out where the river comes out.
You're right where I have Thror placed. That's kind of where you're
at
right
okay.
now.
I just didn't go down far enough.
Yeah. But you can cut across and stuff, but if you're wanting to slide over to there, then it would be about 2 days.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we avoid, I agree, I think we avoid the lake itself.
Avoid the lake, go overland, sure. Slide my stuff over to look at my map. Let's see, Barding's World. So you're coming out of the marshes, you're going to go overland, you've hit the stairs. Esgareth is 2 days away, so 1, 2, 3, 4, going through hard terrain. And then you can cut over onto Dale. So that's 5 hexes over moderate or hard terrain. On foot in summer. 5 hexes. That is... What are we considering this? Borderlands. Calculate. So this is 50 miles by foot over hard terrain through Borderlands in the summer. It's going to take you about 5 days.
All right.
Oh, 5 days.
To get yourself, and that'll get you on out to Dale, which is like a day away from Erebor. So I don't think, unless you're insistent on staying away even from Dale.
Is there any place we can rest before we head to Dale, even for a night?
Let me pull up.
Just because
so happens there was a really nice booklet put together as a fan guide about Dale. I'm just going to very quickly pull that up.
Damn, I get hungry now watching him eating popcorn.
I know, that's why I'm...
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I just ate, well, I have this chocolate here, so...
Guide to Dale.
Very nice.
Yeah, it is. So,
there are some...
I guess...
There are some settlements a little bit near the forest that are kind of like lumber-based. There's the city of Dale. Come on, go back to the beginning of the book. Map. Show me the map, Rich. The surrounding lands, page 5. Commonly referred to as the breadbasket of Dale, the lands east of Mirkwood ranging south beyond Erebor are a mixture of open grasslands, small woods. It is ideal farming territory, and there are a couple farmsteads on which they are trying to take advantage of the fertile soil, and there are scattered clan villages and smaller farmsteads throughout the region. So there's kind of like you could find a cluster of farmsteads if you would like.
Okay. Yeah, I would think we would, or at least I would.
They're trying to get the grain and the cattle in, and they're really making a go at it at this area. So
I would think with my trading background that I'd be familiar with this
Okay.
path.
You know this path, and so you can lead them through there. So everybody, make a travel roll for making this journey.
Very
Is
good.
that difficulty 16 or 14?
Let's see, difficulty, run Parklands through Borderlands. 14.
Okay. 21 with 1-6.
Nice.
18, great success.
Excellent.
11.
11.
I guess that's not enough for the third dot, though.
18 with 1-6.
18 with 1-6. That is all right. Excellent. Mike, you do take 2 point. Take a point of fatigue. The journey is
Okay.
just starting to wear you out.
Okay.
Did we get any back after the marsh dwellers?
Oh yeah, after your marsh dwellers, you get enough. If you lost any endurance, you get enough equal to your heart back. I didn't think any of you had suffered any.
I didn't. This was from before I was close to being weary.
Okay.
I had 2 fatigue from before.
Right. During the travel, we will get in to do some. We'll talk about some healing as we go.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody has passed. Mike is a little bit tired as you're moving through that area, and of course the name generator is down apparently for the One Ring. So you're familiar with this area. Tell me about the farmstead that you find there, Thror.
Oh, it's a beautiful place with a small family. I've come across them before. The wife may actually have some of the ingredients we need for those cookies.
Nice. That's not a bad idea.
So we might be able to capture that for the night, and I introduce everyone to Mr. Humperdinkle and his beautiful wife, and their lovely daughter Giselle.
Okay.
Giselle Humperdinkle. And they have a few sheep and what have you, and they've always been very very welcoming to me, and I always try to bring them a nice present every now and then, and I try to find something, a shiny stone that I picked up along the way, and I give it to Giselle.
Can we? Is that something you would be interested in, Mike? Hunting down a rabbit or something, some food, to be able to trade it, or?
Sure.
I'm just thinking. It's none of us are a great hunter, but
I can try to pick something up with my bow. I got a 11 with 1-6 on hunting. What is
11. It's not that difficult. You manage to get a coney.
okay?
Nice.
It's enough for it's a pound of meat, so it's not going to feed much. But you've caught something. So you are visiting Giselle Humperdinck in there, and are you on good terms with her?
She's the daughter, so yeah, I try to give her something every now and then to brighten her day and her life.
Okay.
It's like, here comes that dwarf that's going to give me a stone again.
Well, she collects them.
He's throws him out. It throws him out the window of her bedroom.
Okay, so you get there, and she is sitting there and looks at you gives you an evil eye.
An evil eye. Ooh. Giselle, oh, are you okay? What is wrong?
I didn't expect to see you here again so soon.
What do you mean?
You really don't remember what you did.
I don't believe anything happened.
Oh, yeah. He goes. She calls out, Jambert, come out. And out comes a man with that looks kind of familiar, who has a kind of a strap over one eye. Somebody was trying to convinced my boyfriend that it was a good idea to try to throw knives in the air while drunk and catch them.
It certainly is a good challenge, I say a bit. Like,
She shoots you an even dirtier look.
And when I see that it doesn't pan out well, I try to, like, I don't say anything more. It's like she didn't get the joke, so I'm just, my character has some courtesy, even though he might be some...
So Giselle turns her back to yell back at you. Jambert smiles and waves at you, Thror, produces a knife and kind of flips it in the air and catches it.
Oops! Watch out for that one.
Where? Boy, I don't remember that evening. I've had a few like that though. Anything's possible. Well, I'm so sorry.
So where do you
Giselle,
think his
if-
eye went?
Mm,
Are you going to bring him a shiny eye? Is that back from the mountain? Is that what you're here
I
for?
will definitely do that, Giselle. Giselle, I will find some type of replacement for you to replace that eye. I will make it my life's mission to bring back a new eye for Gambert.
Yeah, the next 11 I roll, you can have.
But do you like my shiny belt?
She says, she just shrugs at it and kind of
Thanks, buddy.
says, I assume you're here to rest the night?
Yes. Yes, we are. We are very weary. We've rescued this lovely lady here, and we're trying to assist her and bring her back to her people.
And she looks at her and goes, "What's wrong with her? She looks sick."
She is in great pain. She has hurt her leg, and we're trying to tend it.
He says, "Well, get her in here. Don't make her stand on it."
Oh, definitely. We help her inside with the.
So
with
she
her
really
leg.
blows you off much, like, yeah, you know where the bread and the milk is and stuff, and takes care of is taking care of Lake Eleven. Everybody make a awareness check.
Right?
Okay. Do we have to?
If you're in the house, I would recommend it. Just
Okay.
see if you're aware of something.
So nobody can be ignorant.
A fourth.
We trip over an eyeball.
However, my character seems ignorant this time anyway. I failed.
I got a 14 with a 6. What does the favored do? Does that allow you to re-roll another dice?
No,
or
well,
something?
no. That's if you spend a point of hope, you get to use your favored score.
Oh, okay. All right. So 14 with a 6.
Okay, you definitely catch this. Anybody else got a roll?
Nope. Got a 3.
Sure. You notice that Ella Brimborn, that she has a knife stab scar on the top of her right hand.
Okay.
And you realize that as she's pouring the milk and stuff, that she's also got a scar on the palm of her hand, as if a knife went through her hand.
Okay. So I kind of, look. I'm like, I compassionately look at her hand. I'm like, oh, my lady, does that hurt? Can I use some of my skills in healing to help you with that? Try to gain her confidence first, and then if she allows me to help her, then I'll ask her kind of nonchalantly, oh, well, how did that happen?
Somebody decided to, after losing an eye, decided to play a game while drunk one night, and almost put a knife into his stupid head. I tried to catch it, and I caught it with the back of my hand.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, if somebody we know was not teaching him how to do these stupid games.
I would be a dwarf. I use a hammer.
Maybe I would not be a scarred woman.
Well,
I use a hammer.
Let me see if I can use my healing arts and maybe grab something from your garden out there that might comfort you and make you into that fashion model that you always wanted to be, the hand model. I get a 3 and an Eye of Sauron. I told her I'd give her an eye.
Sure. Yes.
Poison
so
ivy out.
You have put together some nice stuff for her, and a really nice cream that should really heal this up. And she is horribly allergic to it, and huge boils pop up on both sides of her hand. That look to be quite painful.
Oh, that's right. Poison ivy's allergic to humans. It's really good on elves. Sorry.
I kind of slink away into the other room.
That's some dwarf.
Good thing I'm bold.
Yeah. Don't mistake that for stupid.
Well, I try to share all the heroic poetry and tales with the family. Pull my lute out and try to make the best of this evening. At least in the past, my singing has brought people to drink, so that might resolve
Absolutely.
everything.
Roll your song, and you are trying to play to a house that is very hostile and cold and quiet right now. So we're gonna call that a 18. You need.
All right. Well, I got a 21 with a 6.
Tell me how you change turn this party around.
Well, I basically start out by telling our tales, and I think it's self-explanatory, all the adventures that we've gone through so far, meeting the daughter of Ungoliant and defeating her, and defeating the hobgoblin who's killed so many raftsmen on the edge of this woods, and rescuing the lady from the marsh dwellers, telling them the old hobbit story, but then telling them about our actual encounter with these creatures and how we heroically escaped. I think should be fascinating enough to these simple farmer people who probably now hopefully believe that their friend Thror is actually a hero, and it's an honor to have him as a guest in their house, including all of us, without being pretentious, but telling the story. This is like having royalty or people, discuss the banquet with the Elven King and all that stuff too, and not not be pretentious about it, but understand that we have been under the favor of royalty and stuff in the past, and now we're in her home, and that to make the best of things in her life with her husband at this point.
She is wowed and Ford goes, you know where? I don't know why you are out here. If you are heroes, your services are definitely needed over in Lake Town. Everybody there is living in fear right now.
And why is that? I mean, we shared tales to you. Let's share the information that you know of Lake Town with us.
The people there are afraid of the coming of the Black Knight. They say that a horrifying, giant creature that cannot be slain by man's hand will be arriving in town within the season to slay the judge.
A Black Knight.
A horrifying, huge, unkillable Black Knight will burn the town to the ground and is coming to take the head of the judge. Nobody has seen the judge, Sigurd, or his son since news arrived in the town about the knight's coming.
How does that link to that ankle biter and
Make an insight
Elvira's
check.
mother?
Make an insight check.
Yeah. Yes, and I'll spend hope on this one if I need to. What's the difficulty?
Well, we'll call it 12. It's really not hard.
All right, then I succeed.
You succeed.
No sixes.
No successes. Word is spread about the coming of somebody who's going to kill the judge, and it's blown up to where basically they are living in fear of Ankle-biter and have portrayed it as a Black Knight. So the story has just escalated out of control by word of mouth. There is definite reason for fear with all the forces that are surrounding Ankle-biter, but Ankle-biter is the agent of evil that they fear. They've just dramatized it.
Well, I won't mention that she's in their house right now.
Yeah. What I want to do here, Garrett, is be very courteous and apologize for the remarks in the latest amount of time, and prove it with action, meaning that while we're here, we can help with something. So I'm going to offer my services and help them with something concerning the house while we're here that they possibly couldn't do if we weren't here.
Well, they're trying to put up a second barn, and they could greatly appreciate some help with that.
All right. So I'll roll courtesy for that. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Perfect.
Yeah. Meaning, my character is trusty, so he means what he says, and then he does it, basically. That's the thing. So I'll roll for courtesy on that one.
Sure.
And that's a 15.
A 15? She says, as long as you are not going to teach my boyfriend any destructive games, then I am look forward to it.
We look forward to helping you guys building while we're here. We'll be here as long as we're welcome, but we need to move on as well.
She says that's understood, and she kind of confides in you. The sooner you get that crazy dwarf out of here, the sooner I'll be able to sleep again.
I just smile. Well, he's my friend.
I will talk with Gambrit, the father, and ask him if he wants us to take any goods to Erebor for trade.
That's not a bad idea.
He goes, it would be a good idea. It's summer, we don't have much crop, but we have a few pounds that you can carry, and some butter that we've made. So I don't think that they have that up there. That would probably fetch a good price.
Okay, good. I'll
plus, George, you have trading, and I have lots of persuade, so we can get a good price for that shit. That's good.
Good. So I'll
Yeah,
give him
and-
some coin to hold them over until we get back this way.
And I've done
He
so
is.
well healing your hand. I was wondering if you want me to look at your boyfriend's eye.
I would. I think that your needed milk. I would appreciate if you would milk the cows, but gently.
Oh, okay.
That's some healing skills right there.
Right.
I think I'd rather have him touch the eye than the milk.
Yeah, it's not her eye. Trade's getting better. Roger, Gunner. Getting better. 44. Get you some points back. Player, you're not. None of you are wounded. You never fell unconscious. You have no wounds. Resting.
Not as far as I can recall. I've listened to the other sessions, but not during this session for sure.
You recover a number of endurance points for every prolonged rest that you enjoy every day, usually a night's sleep. La la la. No wounded character, wounded no, and uninjured. You receive 2 endurance points a day, plus a number of points equal to your heart rating.
Yeah. While we're there, we're asking them if they would allow her to bake some cookies or something, just to follow up on what we're doing with her. So.
And Leivellen is not in any condition. She seems to be getting worse every day.
Ah, shit. Then we have to move. All right.
Would my fatigue go away? I have like a 3 fatigue.
So yeah, this is over every day. You get equal to your heart plus 2 points back, so you would have healed.
Okay.
Endurance and fatigue are not the same. Fatigue, you get
those
back
are for your
one
fatigue.
per
I thought
day
those
of
were your
rest.
I thought those were your endurance losses.
If you're not on the road, then you get fatigue back. Otherwise, you don't.
Right. Fatigue.
And I assume
Page
this is on the
104.
road.
104. Endurance, fatigue. Fatigue determines when awakened bold, losing endurance. Character fatigue. You get the endurance points back.
Okay.
But yeah. So
I
you
still have
should
3
be in
fatigue.
pretty good shape by now.
Hmm.
And who's going to break it to the rest of the party about Lake Eleven?
How about her getting worse?
Yeah.
I don't have healing, but I have insight on her, and that's what I'm doing. So.
Mm-hmm.
I will, and I will. When everyone sleeps at night, one of the things I was going to suggest is maybe I was going to go and meditate for a little while everyone else was being active, kind of excuse myself, and then I'm going to basically watch over her overnight and or meditate if I have to. But I mean, I'll be by the grandmother's side all night watching her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fully prepared to share that with you, Elambrimo, because we all need our rest. Well, I don't know how you elves deal with that resting bit, but.
I can basically go into a trance by her side and be aware of my surroundings. But if I can, I've spent time already away from you guys, getting some rest while you guys were enjoying dinner and such after my singing.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you sharing the responsibility.
I think it's very important that we all get the rest, and so that we can keep a good eye on her. I trust her, but I don't trust what's in her.
Yes, that's why I was going to stay by her side and stay awake overnight. It also gives me the opportunity to steal the belt from the dwarf while he's sleeping.
It's my
Oh,
precious.
did I say that out loud?
I'll bite your finger off.
He's using his teeth now and not knives anymore.
Right.
I'm losing my hair now too.
He's getting inspiration from the marsh
It's
dwellers.
Okay.
I'm pretty convinced that green stone in the middle is one of the Cimmerals that came across the sea.
Cool. So, anything else you want to do before you leave? And do you want to do the goodbye scene?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's do the goodbye scene.
Okay. Who is doing the speaking?
I think someone with a good persuade,
I got a
which
1.
wouldn't be me.
Yeah. What did you say? Who's doing what? What were we doing?
Saying
Southern
goodbye,
Ivory.
saying goodbye to the family.
Saying goodbye to the family.
Mm-hmm.
Doing
Yeah,
your
all right.
goodbye scene.
Well, that's pretty much courtesy, isn't it?
It
So
is.
wait, is this about the end of the adventure?
Not quite.
Okay.
But I guess I can, finish off courteous-wise, or I don't see why persuade should be used. I'm just,
Yeah, or you don't even need a roll. You can just, it's just for role playing it out.
all right. Yeah, we'll take care of these items and sell them off. And did we bail them out with the money for?
I trust you'll do your best, and
Yeah.
that keeps me from bringing some more coin to here while I try to get ready for the autumn harvest.
Well, if
All right.
we have enough money now, I'd be willing to pay them what we think we're going to get for it. Give them the coinage now, and then when we see them again, we
Yeah.
will give them whatever balance to help them, get them through the winter and through the rest of the fall here, and pay
if
them
you're-
from our
so if any,
coffer now, and we'll take the risk.
I gave them a fair price for now,
Mhm.
and then whatever bonus we get, we'll bring back because I'll have to bring an eyeball.
So as long as your culture is prosperous, you can do this, no problem.
Right.
Okay. So that should be happy. That should make them happy putting
They're-
some coin in their hand.
They're very happy, and Giselle's very happy to see you guys go. You made her nervous. And Jambert kind of waves like, "Hi, guys. See you guys."
I also thank them for their hospitality, since that's custom. We actually got a roof over our head on traveling, so at least my character appreciates that a lot. It's much better to sleep under a roof than under the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Since
I think sleeping out in the woods is probably the best you can get, but I have to go with the rest of the party.
Well, as a dwarf, I enjoy good friendship, and I believe they know that I'm a good friend to them. So I understand that I've upset them with my past behavior, but I think they'll recover as I've been known to cause a little bit of a ruckus every now and then.
The thing that was the most valuable to me was the information about the panic going on in Lake Town and the fear of the Black Knight. Was, any information to me is more valuable than even food.
Well, I'm glad. Well, that's something that we can definitely provide as we do, and we try to do what we can. Then good luck on your journeys, and hopefully it won't be too long before you return with the coin. And Giselle's like, "Oh, you can take your time."
And then I say, we will. And that's an answer to both questions, but I don't say that. I just say we will, and then I shake their hand and we leave. Right. So is it that way? And I'm pointing in some direction, which I think is right, and I look at Thor.
Yeah, just go toward that mountain right there.
Yeah.
All right. It's one soul mountain, hard to find.
Beautiful mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Home sweet home.
But first, you guys cut into Dale. And at Dale, you are met at the gate by a King's Herald. My name is Grimhild, and what is your journey through? What is your journey through? Your purpose in Dale? And this is after like 2 more days on the road.
Well, I can step forward and let them know that we're traveling on our way to Erebor, back to my homeland.
And do you typically travel with is this your grandmother you're traveling with? And she cries out in pain. And he goes, what is wrong with her?
She is in great pain. She has a great wound, and we are taking her to Erebor to be tended.
Oh my!
As it can't be tended as easily by most.
And she says, "Don't worry about me." And then she kind of hollers, and the smell of burnt flesh is. And he immediately he looks down at her ankle, and his eyes bulge. And it says, "Is this ankle biter?"
It is ankle biter.
Take her immediately to Olvard at the hospital. You need to do this. Or the Grey Pilgrim told me that she would be coming and that she needs to be taken to him.
The Grey Pilgrim?
The Grey Pilgrim.
Who is that? Who is the Grey Pilgrim?
Mithrandir, the one they call Gandalf.
Ah.
He says he's something about needing to study. He took off to Isengard to study about what's befallen her, but says that she needs to be taken to Olvard.
Okay.
All right.
Anybody have a good insight check? Can they confirm this?
I got a favored one.
I got 2.
Wait,
I rolled a Gandalf.
How much longer is this gonna be?
Tonight, about 15 minutes.
Okay.
I rolled a Gandalf.
That's a fail. I can't make it a success either.
With a Gandalf, you do believe does not want to anger Gandalf.
I don't trust that face.
Yeah, we'll hurry along then.
No, that's not him. That is actually Olvard.
Oh, there you go.
And he is found busy in the hospital and very intensely trying to solve problems on a lot of sick people with just him and his assistants.
So we make our way to him and excuse him. Olvard, we have gotten information you may be able to help us and help our friend here.
I can help many people. I do what I can, but I don't have much time. There's so much. There's so many people.
I think this is of great interest. We have Leghaven ankle biter here, and Mithrandir has basically knows that we require your help and your services to help this woman. It probably is of your utmost priority.
His jaw drops completely, Is it? I didn't believe that this was actually going to happen. Thorleif, get over here. We have. She's arrived. And he's like, I will do what I can to keep her comfortable and try to help her and try to take the edge off her pain until Mithrandir returns. Where will you be staying in town? Where will you be going? What will you be doing?
Hopefully, we will help you and study in your library if we're allowed. I don't know what your policy is on that, but since we want to find a cure for this, we're willing to help out any way we can.
So you're going to stay in Dale?
I'm wondering if we should continue on to Erebor.
Yeah.
Do you think you have the skills to help this woman, or should we head to Erebor?
He looks at you and says, my skills have been developed by need, not by study and luck. I was studying to be a doctor's assistant, a healer's assistant, when this Battle of Five Armies struck, and my training was done amongst the blood and the suffering of the battle.
I assume you don't have the personnel to watch her around the clock?
Thorleif says, oh, she will be watched.
Because
but she has the kind of look in her eye that says, don't question my abilities.
I'm not. I'm telling you, there are bad omens coming with this, which means that if not watched, something really bad might happen. And I can't go into detail with you. I'm just going to ask you to trust me on this. That's why I'm asking.
She says, I believe you, and I promise you that I will watch. And Ovard is the best that there is in Dale and all around.
All right. So I guess I look at us as a group then. We could choose to go to Erebor and look for answers, or we could split up and someone stay at her side. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I would say that whatever relief he can help her with, but we will. I think we should take her to Erebor, and if he wishes to come with us to ease her suffering along the way, I'm sure we can leave word to that Mithrandir can come and find us, and if not, I can ask one of the ravens of the Lonely Mountain to give the message to Mithrandir for me as to our location and that we found her. I have the ability to speak with the animals and send them forth. So,
because I don't really feel like leaving her somewhere.
I agree with you.
Without our attention, she's our responsibility now.
I agree. I don't think we should leave her here until we know that we have someone that really has the ability to cure her. So,
all right.
Do we know when Gandalf will return?
Does one ever really know when Gandalf is going to return? I don't think so.
Occasionally he tells you when he'll return.
He always arrives in the nick of time, right?
Yes.
So there you go. He'll come before.
That's what the legends tell us. But I will send him I will try to encourage Raven of the Lonely Mountain to find him and give him information of our arrival here.
All right.
And the precious cargo that we carry with us.
Some of you people have a really good connection with those ravens. Do you?
No, but I'm sure I can get someone to send the raven for us.
All right.
I think that the main thing is we were going to the mountain so that we could get more information about the Dark Dwarves and their smithing so that we could undo the damage that's been done.
Mm. All right. Let's go on.
This is probably, I would say this is not probably the skill of a mortal man who's been field tested in battle. Probably does not have the ability to work with this as much as I courteously give him courtesy for offering his services and doing the best that he can. I don't think this is of his capability. It would have to be someone who has many more years and wisdom of dealing with the dark arts than someone who's dealt with the battle and spear wounds of soldiers.
Thorleif says he is the one who was chosen by King Bard to run the hospital and to heal all the sick as the people kept coming. And as people kept coming, more people were responsible. He was given the responsibility to heal. So it is not just a soldier patch-up man. He has learned the hard way and very rapidly through circumstance. But I believe that there is no one better around.
What about the Erebor, Thor? Do they have a good personnel there? I'm asking, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dwarves would have healers as well. Since coming back to the mountain with the riches, you'll find pretty much everything there these days.
Mm-hmm. All right. But since we need to find the answer in Erebor, we need to get her there then.
Sure. I guess the question was, did Gandalf say we must leave her with the doctor or no?
Gandalf basically is left orders for you. Well, left the orders for the King's Herald to take you to and Anklebiter to Olvard for him to watch over her while he is away. So how much of a orders to that to you that is, that's up for discussion. That's up for debate.
Okay. All right.
Well, Gandalf, we'll have to use our own heads.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, we'll wrap it up in just a few.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. I guess I'm good with taking her to Erebor.
Okay.
As well, if that's the consensus of the party.
Are you going to take the healer with you to be the traveling healer, or are you?
Yeah, I think we take the healer with us.
Yeah.
If he wants to come, then he can. I mean,
do you hunt?
No, I am pretty much the opposite, I believe.
Okay.
I mean, our other option is we stay here with her till Gandalf comes back, but she could fall further and further, deep in the shadow. I think if he's the man that we need to help her, then we have him come with us and try to get more information about what this thing is. So.
Well, we might be able to get back faster and get the knowledge and then ride back, or take the riverboat to get back faster.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to leave her unattended, because I think my fear is that she will complete her mission if I leave her side.
I totally agree with that.
Okay. Like I said, I'm good bringing her with us. So let's move in that direction.
I trust Randir's judgment, but
can I roll a persuade roll to make him come with us?
You don't need a roll for that. He's already feel obligated. This person is his patient, and he has no intention of leaving it. And Thorleaf is basically like, I know what you're doing here. I know what needs to be done. You can be gone for a few days on the road with this, and I will keep things from falling apart. And that was kind of the basis. I can't leave everything I can. And she's like, yes, you can. Everything's organized, and I know everything you're doing, so fine.
All right, so we're good.
Cool.
So we're all going to the Dwarven Kingdom.
You're going to the Dwarven Kingdom, which you've kind of rode for already for that part of the road. Well, as you've ridden for that part of the road. Yeah, you don't need a roll for that part of from Deo to Erebor, and it's just too short. And so you arrive in the shadow of Erebor. As I put that little picture up, Erebor.
So I'm looking to see if I can tell the difference between the men and the women and the dwarves. So,
Oops,
so
wrong
these
map.
have beards. Without saying anything out loud.
Woo! Look at that, honey.
Oh, that's a girl. Okay, that's a female one of them.
And you see the great gates of Erebor ahead of you. And that is
Nice.
where we will leave it for this time.
Excellent.
At the gates of Erebor.
All right.
Great. Thank you, Garrett.
Thank you,
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Sorry
you,
again
Garrett.
for the late start about that.
No problem.
Did not know that was...
No, all good.
Yeah.
I do a combination here towards